was Jesus Christ.
Oh,
he became an indispensable person in government for a very long time. Because they put so much behind him. I read this great book. I can't think of the name of it now. They talked about the civil rights movement.
I found the name of that book. That book's called...
That's on YouTube.
Subheadline of the book is...
You're a moron.
So King was their front man in this effort.
Right.
They didn't know King was compromised by the communists until right before the March on Washington.
Okay, so hell yeah, Tucker Carlson, he got those crazy views.
He got those crazy little views or whatever.
And he's got this guy on, and you know, Tucker Carlson's whole thing lately is like, he's getting into like parapolitics stuff, the deep state, you know? Here's like maybe the most basic one that the CIA and the FBI were, you know, giving MLK a real hard time. And he's got a guy on who's like, oh, that was awesome. That was awesome that they were, that seems to be this whole segment. Oh, that was cool that they were doing that. And Tucker Carlson's like, yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, and
God bless you.
So why this assassination on the character of J. Edgar Hoover?
Right.
Because he took out communists. He took out Marxists. He took out these malcontents that hate America.
Okay, keep that clip in mind that we just looked at. Here's a clip from 5 days later. Who's this guy? Oh, that's this guy.
They make me sick.
Who makes you sick?
Look at my penis.
No, I will not, man.
They have no animosity toward the security state agencies any longer because they perceive them correctly as their political allies.
Oh.
And there's no chance that they would have, you know, run a story like that.
So they're just totally corrupt.
Do you ever hear any
They make me
left
sick.
liberals?
So they're just totally corrupt.
Do you ever hear any left liberals ever anymore talking about the evils of the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, the U.S. security state? Never.
I do not, and...
They make me sick.
Sorry.
Never, ever. Maybe Homeland Security for being too like aggressive with immigrants, but other than that, like that discourse is gone.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Wouldn't you as a viewer kind of notice the incongruity here? You know, between guests, betwixt guests. You know, this is from 11 hours ago. You got this guy.
They make me sick.
You got this guy talking about how...
They make me sick.
He's like, man, oh man, nobody criticizes the FBI, the CIA.
Nobody criticizes them, man.
Except for me. Except for us. Then you go back through Tucker Carlson's videos, 5 days, and he's got a guy on there, you know, who he seems to agree with, to 500,000 viewers, who's like, you know, the biggest example, you know, of the intelligence agencies, all this, one of the biggest historical examples of that, J. Edgar Hoover trying to crush MLK. That was cool. That was actually great. You know, you're just watching this, you're like, well, which one? Is it good or bad? I don't know. Who knows? Who cares?
Anymore talking about the evils of the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, the U.S. security state? Never, never, ever. Maybe Homeland Security for being too like aggressive with immigrants, but other than that, like that discourse is gone. If you talk about the CIA and the FBI now, people that gets coded as like Trumpism
Right.
and like warning you about deep state.
Except J. Edgar. Hey, whoa, Glenn, shut up, Glenn. Except for J. Edgar Hoover was cool though. But anyway, Glenn and what's the guy's name? Tucker. They're getting me very pissed off here. I'm getting very pissed off watching this. It reminds me of this time me and my great-grandfather, we were trying to get ice cream from one of those Turkish ice cream guys who keeps tricking you. And he kicked both of our asses. He brutally beat both of us with his little ice cream pole. I threw my phone at him, and that just made him more mad, so I was more brutally beaten.
And we allowed a satanic movement
Absolutely.
to take over the arts of the black community, and now it spread into the white community. And that was the hip hop culture.
Right.
And you and I are listening to the Temptations and you know, listening to all this great music going on.
Yeah,
right?
Tucker
Stacks.
loves the Temptations.
These people listen.
Hey,
I want to kill.
Tucker's favorite group is the Temptations. You could tell, look at that. You could tell Tucker Carlson loves that Motown sound. Actually, I was able to get into his thoughts through AI and technological innovations. We can actually hear what he's thinking right here. Here it is. Go ahead.
And you got these guys. Again, Vladimir Putin has made it plain. He said, this Western satanic way of living stops here.
Right.
When they're having this LGBTQ stuff here in Russia, when they're having these anti-Christian, anti-American values here in Russia, I read a story inside the Washington Post that he's militarizing the people to defend his country against it.
Oh, amazing.
He said, no, it stops.
Hey, whoa. So yeah, everybody should really shut up. Should just shut the hell up about giving, what's the guy's name? Tucker, and all his guests a hard time. Because he's having the important conversations we need to have, you know? The deep state's terrible, but it's also really good. And people who go against it are bad, especially MLK.
You know, and the government's trying to control you.
Take away your rights. Also, they should do that. People should not have rights, and the government should take them away. These are the conversations we need to be having, goddamn you son of a bitch, you.
These are the conversations we need to be having. Goddamn you son of a bitch, is you. Show it some respect.
You're a moron.
And also,
So I can't. He is the top political commentator in the world, hands down, and in his incredibly busy schedule, he has decided to give us about an hour and a half interview here today. And this is in the twilight of InfoWars. We can be imminently shut down.
Oh, damn. Oh, weird.
oh Christ. Oh my God, this could be the final InfoWars. What is it? InfoWars, the Alex Jones show.
On InfoWars, okay.
This could be the final guest on Alex Jones show. This guy.
You're a moron.
This could be the final Alex Jones show guest, and
That's on YouTube.
that's right, it's Tucker. So this is pretty intense. These graphics, they really went crazy with these graphics on InfoWars. Check this out.
I kill people. Like, so evolutionary biology tells us that the
Exactly.
whole point of existence is to continue existence, is
You're
to
a
pass
moron.
on your genes to another generation, and then many more,
Oh my
right?
God.
That's the assumption that I had my whole life. And yet every civilization from the beginning of time has reached the opposite conclusion. We will be happier by
Did they do this
killing
in
the
Adobe
fruit
After
of
Effects?
our womb, right? That the spirit world is real. And that there are demons telling people that you will be happier, that you will be safer, that you will be richer, you'll be more powerful if you take the life of a child.
Demons tell you that, and those demons,
They make me sick.
I go like this to the demons. And then I give them one of these.
Boom.
I love the Alex Jones show set. Look at that set. That set looking like,
A crystal flute.
I like women, not men.
this is looking real good. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, when you do them, I think you say things most of the time deeper than what anybody else is saying. It's true. So what was the process of your awakening?
Well,
Yes,
it's kind of
please.
hard to know because you don't see yourself clearly, and I am totally lacking self-awareness. I mean, I can gain 50 pounds and not know it until
Right.
my pants don't fit. Like, I'm just not aware of myself very much. No, that's happened. So,
Whoa,
but anyway,
hey. Hey, calm your ass down, man. Theo, you got something to say about this?
Yeah, such a crazy laugh.
no, that's happened. So, but anyway,
Stop, man. Okay, so that's pretty good. That interview got me.
Sniffing.
What else we got? What is this?
Steve Bannon.
Oh, he's going to prison. Whoa, 7 days. 480,000 views. Ooh.
Something like that.
Ooh, those views going like this.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, what are these two goddamn guys talking about? Let's see what's up.
We didn't have much. We didn't have a lot of money and not a lot of organization.
Right, Steve.
And we
Okay.
that was divine providence we won. But I tell people it's also divine providence. It's providential that we lost in
It's
20,
right.
that was stolen. And the reason was, up until then, you kind of thought Democrats, and they had different ideas on taxes. They had different ideas maybe on certain social programs or education programs. But it's not
Exactly.
true.
Okay.
They are literally a neo-Marxist revolutionary group that wants to fundamentally change this country. And now that they have the power of big tech, the
Yes.
lords of easy money, Hollywood, the universities,
Exactly.
both high culture and low culture.
That's right, the Marxist Democratic, what is it? The Marxist Democrat Party throwing his ass in jail on behalf of Marxist revolutionaryism. I tried to read about whether or not this guy's actually going to jail and what for, but frankly, it was a little boring. So I'm just going to assume it's for public disheveledness. Also, I seen this guy before in interviews. He's always got pens. He's always got those pens clipped in. What is that for? Why do you have that? I guess those pens are for when he's doing war stuff against the Democratic Party, which is a Marxist revolutionary party. He's like, quick, I need a pen to take. He's doing this.
I need to take down war coordinates. And he goes like this.
Also, gotta give it up again for Alex Jones. He is the best interviewer. Check out this interview style.
I adamantly agree with your point that our understanding of history is
Me
not
too.
supported by the archaeological or geologic record, okay?
Exactly.
It's just fake. I'm not sure what the truth is, but clearly the story we were told is not true.
Right.
So there's that.
By the way, interrupt real quick.
My
Did you know
takeaway
the
from that-
WEF is running around the world
Hey, let the
suppressing
guy
hundreds
finish.
of archaeological digs with the UN right now?
Alex,
Where
let
they're
that guy
saying the
talk.
environmental thing to do is not dig up this. Why don't you just said it? But why don't they want this dug up? But I didn't mean to interrupt. Go
Now
ahead.
you calm down. Okay, this is a minor point, but I want us all to start using this in our daily conversations. Something that Glenn Greenwald does here. By the way, this Glenn Greenwald interview, not all bad. Glenn says some okay stuff in here. But this is the main thing to take away. Glenn Greenwald's conversational style here. Check this out.
And by the way, to keep, to the extent that you can, but try really hard every day to keep the hate out of your heart.
Absolutely.
If you do find, I mean, there are some people I don't talk about, not many, thank God, but there are some people I don't talk about or write about ever because
Yeah.
I'm too mad at them.
Yeah, those son of a bitches.
And I don't want to feel that way. And I can smell hate on other people. Hate is one of those words that's been weaponized, and of course, hate. But hate is real, and we do feel it. And in my religion, you're not allowed to.
Okay.
Forgive us our
Okay,
trespasses.
Glenn. All right, calm down, Glenn. You clearly don't care. Do that the next time you're in a conversation with somebody. Really loud over what they're saying. Well, guys, there we go. Just a quick check-in with, well, what's he got? All kind of views here. This guy's views really going like this. The views that this guy gets, frankly,
They make me sick.
they got me going like this. But guys, I do appreciate your views, which also go like this. From the bottom of my heart, which is actually the worst part of the heart. Not a lot of people talk about that. It is Wednesday, and that's like this. But, you know, as always, I urge you to remember that it is
For one day.
and all that. Hope you're doing great. Talk to you later.
Batman, I like to walk out here and think I'm gonna take about a week off. Guys!
You're not getting the whole show, okay? Please, for Christ's sake, become a member on Patreon, okay? For as little as 2 bones. When you join on Patreon for as little as 2 stupid little bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday shows every week. The Quaments program, where you can ask questions or tell stories or do whatever, and it's a whole show. Behind the scenes crap.
All for 2 putrid little bones, that's it. Just click this link. Here it is, right there. See it? Yep. Okay. I'm in hell.
And if you really want to support the wretched show, people call it, because they're satanic, they're sick, you could become a producer for only 25 bones. These beautiful people here are, God, without those producers, it's over, man. It's done.
Do you think we can do the show without the producers?
Okay? Because if you do think that, you got another thing coming, my man.
You got a totally different thing coming.
Without the producers, it is as good as over.
Hello?
Is anyone listening to me? Please answer. I'll wait. Please answer.
Our hearts and our toilets
Are forever endowed unto the producers from which all light comes. Praise God.
Praise God.
It really is amazing to have such beautiful producers, and if you want to do it, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. I love the producers so much that I wrote a little song about them. Here we go.
Hit it. Without the producers, we're going straight to hell. It will be their nationality for all eternity. And then we'll go down to the lower level of hell where you can't get out. Not even for good behavior / deeds. Go down there. Deeds.
I hate hillbilly shit so much. That's right, I do. I hate hillbilly shit. My cat does too. Am I right? We don't like those hillbillies around these parts, do we? That's right. Give me another one of them. Why isn't that picking up in the mic? It is a loud meow. Another one. Come on. You can do it. Give me a loud one, kitty. No fun. Can you hear this? Can you hear this cat? Wait, let me see. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God. What's up with my camera? It's glitching out. Something fierce. It's the latest Curtis Connor.
Huge announcement. I am going on my very first world tour. Yes! It's called the Goodfellow World Tour, and we're kicking it off with the first leg in the U.S. Here are all the cities right here. Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, Fort Lauderdale, Boston, Washington, D.C., New York, Durham, Atlanta, Charlotte, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Cincinnati, and Detroit. If you don't see your city on this leg of the tour, do not worry. I will be announcing a bunch more cities very soon. Tickets are available right now, okay? So thank you so much for the support. I'm really excited for you guys to hear the new hour, and I'll see you soon. Enjoy the video. Disclaimer before this video. These are all conspiracy theories. I don't believe in any of them, and this is purely for entertainment purposes, okay? Folks, let me tell you a cautionary tale. The year 2008. I was 13 years old, and I had unrestricted, unsupervised access.
2008? He was 13 in 2008? So fucking old. I was 28.
Access to the internet on my own personal Dell Inspiron 1501. And most of my time spent on my computer at that time consisted of playing.
It's not fair. Getting old. I wish it didn't happen. It's, and what my only comfort is that like all these younger folks are like, you're old. Like, better than dead. Be old too. Or dead. Or dead. Just kidding, I love you.
Playing Flash games on addictinggames.com and watching Clay World videos on Knox's Corner. But I also frequented many forums for the video games I played. And I talked to people from all walks of life on these forums. And one day I was in a thread talking about Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And for some reason, one of the forum members started talking to me about this thing called Nibiru. He went on to say that there was a large planetary object named Nibiru, or Planet X, that was currently on a collision course with Earth. So I watched videos all night about this, and I remember being like genuinely terrified. Like I fully thought that all my friends and family were gonna die like really soon. So when I got to school the next day, obviously I told my best friend about it, and he said, "That's fucking stupid." He used a different adjective because it was 2008, but you know, he really put everything into perspective. Now, what is the lesson there? Don't go on video game forums? Absolutely. But I think the main takeaway is believing in conspiracy theories is a very slippery slope when you're in a vulnerable, isolated state, aka alone on the internet and also 13. But it's important to have people in your real life that you can talk to and bounce information off of, aka your friend calling you stupid. Again, that's not what he called it, but I'm not going to use the word that he said, especially during Pride Month. For most of my life, conspiracy theories have just been a fun thing that you can talk about with your friends, and you'd all laugh about how crazy they were. You know, maybe you'd make up your own, and it'd be all silly and goofy, and all around fun time. But these past few years, I've noticed a shift. I feel like conspiracy theories have kind of evolved from silly, harmless theories into absolutely insane conjectures that people base their entire lives off of. So today, I want to explore some modern conspiracy theories, but I want to compare them to the conspiracy theories of the past. And we'll also explore why the popularity and the severity of belief in these theories has increased over the years.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, welcome back to another conspiracy theory video.
I guess we'll start with a little backstory. The history of conspiracy theories is very long and complicated, and it actually dates all the way back to 1863, when the term was first used in a letter to the editor published in the New York Times by
It's all the way back to 1972.
author Charles Astor Bristed. He used the term conspiracy theory to describe his claims that British aristocrats were intentionally weakening the United States during the American Civil War in order to advance their financial interests, which honestly doesn't even fucking seem like that crazy of a conspiracy theory at all. That just sounds like a fact. People capitalizing on a war to make money? But the term conspiracy theory was popularized in 1964 when the first mainstream conspiracy theory was born, surrounding one of the most shocking events in American history, the assassination of John F. Kennedy. If you have somehow never heard of this, in 1964, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated by a man named Lee
Never heard of him.
Harvey Oswald while traveling in a convertible limousine in Dallas, Texas. Let's get some John F's in the chat. And the public was told that this was the violent act of one single man looking to further his own political agenda. But when all the details were released, people began to speculate, and rightfully so. There are a lot of strange things surrounding his assassination. There's the mysterious path of the second of 3 bullets that was claimed to have entered through the president's back, out through his chest, and then entered through the governor's back, who was sitting in front of him, went out his chest, went through his wrist, and then became lodged in his leg. That bullet was working overtime, dude. That was the original magic bullet.
Introducing the original magic bullet.
This made people think that there was more than one shooter involved, which directly contradicted the story that was put out. And I could do a whole video on this because there's like so many crazy conspiracy theories surrounding this event. But my favorite conspiracy out of all of them is that JFK wasn't even assassinated at all. His head just did that. But like I said earlier, back in the day, conspiracy theories like this would gain popularity for a while, but then they'd kind of just die out. People would move on. It was the 60s, man. All that acid wasn't going to do itself. So let's compare this multiple gunmen conspiracy to a modern day conspiracy theory.
You're telling me nobody is talking about the fact Lil Wayne is a goat.
Yes, I am telling you that, actually. Nobody is talking about Lil Wayne being a goat for obvious reasons. He's the goat. Yeah, he's the goat, but he's not a goat unless the term goat was created by Lil Wayne's team, because everybody kept suspecting that he was.
The term is note. Neatest of all time.
Was a GOAT. So they created the greatest of all time acronyms, you know, so if people said he was the GOAT, like people didn't really bat an eye. It all makes sense. Because what are goats known for? Licking salt. And what is one of Lil Wayne's most popular
They're not known for that. They're known for eating cans.
songs?
That's why he's the GOAT!
This goes all the way to the top of a very steep cliffside covered in goats. All jokes aside though, that is a fucking insane conspiracy. The refraction of light was making his legs look weird in the hot tub. And then in this picture, he's just wearing a pair of very popular Margiela boots. And I know that I said conspiracy theories seem a little crazier now than they did in the past, but maybe we're just seeing them more often now because we have immediate access to the internet like all day. Maybe my hypothesis of conspiracies being crazier in the modern day is incorrect. Maybe they've always been batshit insane, but there's only one way to find out. Yeah, I made some icebergs. I'm sorry, dude, I can't stop. I can't stop making icebergs, dude. I am the opposite of global warming. And I'm going all out in this video because I not only made one iceberg, I made two. I made 2 icebergs. That is right. A second iceberg just hit the video. Both of these icebergs contain conspiracy theories of varying weirdness and obscurity, but one is old conspiracy theories and one is modern. You'll notice the old one is in black and white because color actually didn't exist back then. Everything was black and white. Did anybody else seriously think that as a kid, or is that just me? So we're gonna go through both icebergs one level at a time and compare and contrast to finally get the answer to the question, when did conspiracies get so crazy?
What's up, you guys? Yes, welcome back to another.
I figured I'd start with theories that are pretty crazy but also really popular. In the black and white iceberg, we've got the moon landing was fake. And we've all heard this one. This is a theory that the Apollo 11 moon landing, done by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, never actually happened at all. And instead, it was actually shot on a film set directed by Stanley Kubrick. And this gained a lot of traction back in the day. A 1970 poll revealed that 30% of Americans believed the moon landing to be fake, even though the theory has been debunked by like every scientist ever. Regardless, people are still very passionate about this. In the year 2002, a conspiracy theorist confronted Buzz Aldrin to his face outside of his hotel, and he demanded that Buzz Aldrin swears on a Bible that he has been to the moon.
You swore on the Bible that you walked on the moon.
But instead of doing that, our boy Buzz did this.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Oh my God, dude. Just punched him in the fucking face, dude. That's awesome. Dude, that is one of my favorite videos of all time. I mean, there was definitely a better, more mature way for Buzz to handle that. But dude, to be honest, I'd have crazy anger issues too if I was Buzz Aldrin. That fucking bastard Neil Armstrong got to be the first guy to walk onto the moon. He got to say the iconic line.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
And then I guess Buzz had to go right after him and be like, me too. Dude, if I was Buzz, I'd be punching everybody in the face. I don't care. And one of the main pieces of evidence that these conspiracy theorists use is the fact that a shuttle with such a small amount of computing power was able to make the trip to the moon and back. Like, they just don't think that's possible because it was all the way back in 1969, and like our fucking iPhones have more computing power than the shuttle. But in reality, pretty much the only reason the Apollo mission was successful was because of the hard work of a scientist named Margaret Hamilton, the woman responsible for developing the entire guidance and navigation system for the Apollo 11 mission. It just goes to show you that people would rather believe an insane conspiracy theory spanning the course of over 50 years and thousands of people that are in on it over the hard work of one woman. Okay, so we're gonna move over to the modern day iceberg now. So the first level of this one, I put 9/11 was an inside job. This is also a very popular conspiracy theory. I personally never understood how it could be an inside job because the plane was clearly on the outside, but that's neither here nor there. Just like the Twin Towers. Based on surveys done all over the world, 25% of people asked who they thought were responsible for the 9/11 attacks answered the U.S. government. So why do people think this? The number one claim turned meme is jet fuel can't melt steel beams. And although that may be true, jet fuel can definitely weaken the structural integrity of steel beams, which can then cause them to collapse. Obviously, a fucking airplane flew into a building as fast as it could. No shit, it's gonna collapse. Dude, what the fuck? But the main claim is George W. Bush orchestrated the 9/11 attacks to incite fear into the U.S. population, which would in turn justify the U.S. invading Afghanistan in the global war on terror. But they really just wanted to invade them for their natural resources. But honestly, I don't think the American government would do that. They've always been really nice and super respectful. What I will say though, 9/11, I'd say it was more of a 0 out of 11. Okay, we're gonna move down one more row in each iceberg now. We're gonna start with the old one, and what I put here is the Mad Gasser of Mattoon. I've never heard of this until doing research for this video, but when I read about it, I knew I had to talk about it. So, in 1944, a series of strange occurrences happened in Mattoon, Illinois. One instance involved a married couple waking up in the middle of the night because of a strange, sweet smell. The husband woke up first, and he woke up his wife to see if she also could smell it. And when she woke up, she realized she was unable to move her legs. The husband then became incredibly nauseous and began violently throwing up. And several more of these strange occurrences took place in Mattoon until one person actually spotted a hooded figure dressed in all black outside of their window. News broke out of these events, and the town turned into an all-out frenzy because they were all terrified of the Mad Gasser of Mattoon sneaking into their houses and attacking them with this unknown gas.
Even Time wrote about the gasser. He moves through the night as nimbly and secretly as a cat, squirting a Swedish gas through bedroom windows.
Okay. Don't like the wording they used one bit. A guy is squirting his sweet gas into your bedroom? Sorry to break it to you, but I think that's your husband's gross farts. Because you can ask my wife, dude, nobody's farts are grosser than a husband's farts. Especially in the 40s, dude. Oh my God. When all they were eating was like fried bread and they only showered once a year. Dude, it would not surprise me that a 1940s guy's farts could paralyze you, dude. I believe that, 100%. Fart that smells so bad you get paralyzed? That's so crazy. That's gotta smell so bad. The Mad Gasser has gotta be the worst supervillain ever. Who are you?
I'm the Mad Gasser. My farts stink so bad they cause paralysis.
That's impossible.
Oh yeah? Check this out. Oh no! I forgot to wear my nose plug. I can't move my legs.
Even with my heightened sense of smell, it is no match for me. Oh my God. Oh my God, my legs! There are a lot of theories, though, trying to explain what happened in Mattoon. And with everybody freaking out, the police made this formal statement.
The entire incident was likely the result of explainable occurrences exacerbated by public fears, and a sign of the anxiety felt by women while local men were on war service.
Nice, guys. Nobody's gassing you, dude. You guys just miss your husband, so you're acting crazy. Like, just full-on gaslighting. Literally, like emphasis on gas. Also, I think the cops who made that announcement think way too highly of the guys in town. No husband on earth is so awesome that when they leave, their wife becomes paralyzed. That's insane. The many theories include an escaped Nazi, winds blowing fumes from nearby power plants, and a phenomenon known as mass hysteria, a rare social illness defined as a constellation of symptoms suggestive of organic illness, but without an identified cause in a group of people with shared beliefs about the cause of the symptom. Another example of mass hysteria I found are the cat nuns.
The bizarre story of the cat nuns. It all began when one nun began to meow like a cat. It is unclear why she did so, but her behavior soon became contagious, and other nuns in the convent began to join in, meowing in unison. The strange orchestra was so loud that it disturbed the residents in the town below. After meowing for several days, police were brought in to put an end to it. They managed to do so only by threatening to whip the offending nuns.
Okay, Let girls be girls, man. I start meowing too if I was a nun, dude. That shit seems boring as hell. But personally, I don't think the Mad Gasser of Mattoon was a case of mass hysteria. I think it was a case of ass hysteria. And now, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Honkai Star Rail, a free game made by Hoyoverse, the creators of Genshin Impact. Honkai Star Rail is a multi-platform space fantasy RPG that features more than 30 playable characters that you can assemble for your perfect team to take on enemies in turn-based combat. And I've played a lot of video games in my life, and usually games with turn-based combat, I'm always worried that the combat is going to get really boring like super quickly. But I've been pleasantly surprised with how easy the combat is to pick up, while also being challenging enough to really make you feel accomplished when you finish a battle. And Honkai Star Rail has accumulated over 100 million downloads since its release. And since then, the game has won Best Mobile Game Award at the Game Awards, the Best Game for Google Play, and the Best Game in the App Store for 2023. And in the brand new version 2.3 update, they're introducing 2 brand new playable characters. First is Firefly, a member of the Stellaron Hunters, who looks harmless at first, but when she enters battle, she equips a mechanical combat suit and becomes Sam. And she's not harmless anymore, I'll tell you that. And the other new character is Jade, a pawnbroker and credit specialist who prioritizes profit over everything else. She's all about the Benjamins, baby, and I respect it. And in battle, Jade is a force to be reckoned with. Her cane transforms into a whip so she can friggin' and she uses her high heels to stomp on foes when she unleashes her ultimate. Sounds pretty cool. Also in version 2.3, there will be new events such as the Simulated Universe season and the arcade waiting for you to experience, which is also the first event to support PvP gameplay, where players can challenge their friends to battles. Version 2.3 also brings back popular characters Ranmi and Argenti in the war. Even though this game had like amazing reviews and won all these awards and it's been downloaded like millions of times, I was still pretty skeptical. Like I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it's really fun. The animation is like really cool. All the characters are really unique, and I've just been having a blast with it. So if you want to dive into an award-winning RPG full of exciting worlds to explore, filled with unique characters and amazing adventures, you can download the game today for free using my link in the description. So click the link to experience these brand new characters. Also, you can use the redemption code below to obtain 50 Stellar Jade. All right, thank you so much to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring this video. Back to me. Now we're down to the second level of the modern iceberg. We've got Disney's Frozen.
People say that Disney's head is cryogenically frozen, but that's why Disney released the movie Frozen, so that way when you Google Disney's Frozen, the movie showed up and not articles about him being frozen.
That's BS. There's no way. You think that's a thing?
Yes.
Okay, this one doesn't really make sense to me because why the fuck, who fucking cares if Walt Disney froze his head? This is the reaction that Disney wanted when we Googled Walt Disney Frozen.
So no head?
Also, dude, if you search Walt Disney Frozen, literally the first result is a BBC article titled "The Truth Behind Walt Disney's Frozen Head." And the other top 2 results are also in reference to him being frozen, so it clearly didn't fucking work. And I guess if this conspiracy was true, I'm guessing like the reason they would do this is they don't want people looking into Walt Disney's like personal life or looking into the claims that he was like racist, anti-Semitic, and sexist and stuff. But if that's the case, Disney, why would you put out a movie called N-Word? Oh, sorry. I think to dispel all that stuff, I think Disney should just put out a movie called Super Nice Inclusive Guy. All right, we're going to keep on moving down to the third level of the icebergs. For this one, I put the Denver Airport. There are many conspiracies surrounding the airport, and I'm going to try to talk about all of them. So the Denver Airport opened to the public in 1995, and when it was built, citizens of Colorado were already like raising their eyebrows about it because they already had the perfectly fine Stapleton Airport just a short drive away. So people began speculating that this airport was built for a different reason. And the reason people think the airport was built was to house a secret underground tunnel system that leads to survival bunkers for the elites, military bases, alien research facilities, and homes for lizard humanoid creatures. And you know what? Pretty diverse community down there, if I'm being honest. Okay, that sounds fucking awesome. If that's all true, they're probably all having a blast down there in the tunnels. Hey, sorry I'm late. It's all right, man. We just have a lot of flights. Dude, what the fuck happened? Yeah, I hung out with the lizard people last night, and I fell asleep under their heat lamp. No, dude, you're missing an arm. Oh, yeah, well, they told me it would grow back. What else did they tell you? Apparently I can save 15% or more on my car insurance by switching to Geico. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying there aren't tunnels underneath the like literal biggest airport in America. Like you need ways to get around quickly away from large groups of people, and you need an efficient way to transport luggage. So I think that's what they're there for, not fucking aliens and lizard humanoids. But people think the art inside the Denver airport is also alluding to the Illuminati and the Freemasons and other secret groups controlling the world. The main piece of evidence they use to support their theories is the large horse statue outside of the airport named Blucifer. Now, I've personally been to this airport and I've seen Blucifer with my own eyes, and I gotta say, it's pretty fucking creepy. It is weird. It's a big blue horse with glowing red eyes. It's spooky. And what makes it even scarier is the artist behind the statue, Luis Jimenez. He actually died while working on the statue. A piece of the statue fell on him and severed a tendon, and he sadly passed away, which is wild. And you know, instead of being a normal person and being like, wow, that's a tragedy, I'm really sad that happened, conspiracy theorists are like, see, it's this airport too. If you go to the airport today, you'll notice that they're really playing into it. They reference aliens all over. They're always joking about conspiracy theories, and I think that's awesome. That's super funny. They should go even further. I think all the people working should wear like super realistic alien masks all day. That'd be hilarious. But the annoying thing about conspiracy theorists, no matter what you do or say, they'll find a way to make that support their own theories. For example, the top comment on a YouTube video explaining all the conspiracy theories is, best way to hide something that people know is going on is to do it in plain sight and make it all a joke. Shut up, man. Shut the fuck up. Because you know for a fact that if the Denver airport never mentioned it or didn't talk about it ever, this same person will be commenting, oh, why haven't they said anything about it? They're just being awfully quiet about this. That means they're hiding something. And also, this isn't the airport conspiracy theory that we need to be worrying about. We need people, boots on the ground. We need people researching why it is that the second people walk into an airport, they become the dumbest version of themselves. Except for me. Nobody knows how to behave in airports except for me. I'm convinced. All right, sorry. I could complain about airports all day. Let's move over to the third level of modern conspiracy theories. This level I put celebrity reincarnation. This is a theory that celebrities that have passed away are reincarnated into new celebrities. There's a meme that's been going around lately that's sort of in tandem with this idea. We have on the left here, Stanley Kubrick, died 1999. And then on the right here, born 2000, it's Ice Spice. At the bottom it says, welcome back, Stanley Kubrick. Ice Spice directed the moon landing, dude. You know how I know? What is it called when you show your butt to someone? Mooning. And what does Ice Spice do?
Man, how's Ice Spice born 1 year after I graduated fucking high school? I hate getting old. Don't do it, y'all.
When she's singing her awesome songs. Proof is in the pudding, brother. I also saw a meme like this on my subreddit recently too that I want to talk about. Died 1994, born 1994. Welcome back, Kurt Cobain. Now this one's actually pretty crazy because we got the same name. We're both Kurt's. But we also have the same initials. He died April 5th, 1994, which is 04/05, 1994. And I was born on May 4th, 1994, which is 05/04/94. Oh my god. And I also just found out while researching Kurt Cobain's life that his ancestors actually lived in Cornwall, Ontario, a mere 4-hour drive from where I was born in Toronto. Kurt Cobain also had divorced parents like me, played Little League Baseball like me, and apparently everybody in his high school thought he was gay. Just like me. And also, the last time I was in New York, someone stopped me and asked for a picture, and they seriously, no joke, they called me Kurt Cobain, which is probably hands down the funniest fan interaction I've ever had, because she was with her dad, who was clearly like a Nirvana fan, and he was like, yo, what the fuck? That's obviously not Kurt Cobain. He's been dead for a long time. A lot of quinky dinks, but I can assure you, I am not Kurt Cobain. I did see a pretty wild video making some bold claims about a different celebrity reincarnation theory that I would love to talk about. The title of this video is, did Princess Diana reincarnate as the global pop star Jeon Jungkook? Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Before we get into this video, let me preface this by saying I am not criticizing BTS or the fans of BTS. I have nothing against them. I've only heard bangers from BTS. I have no beef whatsoever, okay? Keep it up. This was just a silly video that I want to talk about. All right, leave me alone.
Princess Diana died on August 31st, 1997, around 3 a.m. at midnight. Jungkook was born on the 1st of September, 1997, around 3:25 a.m. That is exactly 24 hours later. Not only that, both of them were born on the 1st of the month.
Crazy. I'll summarize the other points made in the video really quick. So they both became public figures when they were 16 years old. Jungkook is from South Korea, and that's very important because the last trip Princess Diana and Prince Charles took before their divorce was to South Korea. And on the flip side of that, London, England is very important to Jungkook because BTS was the first Korean band to play at Wembley Stadium. They also have the same personality types. They're both the same height. And then this is the part of the video where they put up some hilarious side-by-side comparisons. They both took black and white pictures, man. Can't argue with that. They've both looked up before. Not a lot of people do that, man. I've never done it. I don't even know how. Obviously, you can do these side-by-side comparisons with like any celebrities. You can find pictures that look a little similar. But the craziest part of this theory is yet to come.
Moving to next is the day Queen Elizabeth passed away.
Yeah. So there was a popular tweet that claims that every 25 years, the reincarnated person, Princess Diana in this case, has a 7-day window of consciousness to fulfill their like unfinished business. This is in reference to the fact that the Queen died 7 days after Jungkook's 25th birthday. So I guess Princess Diana had 7 days of consciousness in Jungkook's body. And on the 7th day, I guess she fucking killed the Queen. Like, it sounds wild, but they have proof to back it up. BTS did a live stream a few hours before the Queen's death, and apparently Jungkook was being very quiet and he seemed really tired, which is unlike him. And this inspired probably the funniest tweet of all time. Jungkook was getting sleepy during the live because the spirit of Diana within him was getting stronger, and she needed to take over his body to finally witness the death of Queen Elizabeth. Dude, that's so funny, man. Imagine the band members are just like, Jungkook, what's going on? Why are you so tired? Jungkook is gone. Only Princess Diana remains. Okay, let's move on down to the next level. We're now halfway down the iceberg, so things are going to start to get pretty weird. This next theory in the old iceberg is lottery trap.
Have you ever heard of the lottery conspiracy theory? You know when you go inside of a gas station and you find lottery tickets and people buy them and they scratch them off in hopes of winning millions of dollars? What if I told you about the conspiracy theory that says the government created the lottery in order to catch time travel? I know it sounds crazy, but just bear with me. It's going to make a lot of sense. Okay. You have a 1 in 300 million chance of winning this lottery. Or in other words, you would need to be struck by lightning 21 times back to back to back in order to win this lottery.
Okay, I don't know if that's how that works. The way he worded that was really funny. You need to get struck by lightning 21 times in a row in order to win the lottery. That's easy, dude. You want to win the lottery real quick, during a thunderstorm, go to an open field, hold a big metal rod, you win the lottery. Walk into a convenience store, burnt to a crisp, like, here's my money! Yeah, like the TikTok said, this is the theory that claims that the lottery was created by the government to catch time travelers. Because that's what you gotta do with people who can travel through time. You just gotta catch them. It is super funny that they use the word catch. Just picturing the person who won the lottery going into the lottery building to, you know, claim their prize. And they walk into the building, Chris Hansen is just like,
One can seat right over there.
Obviously, the odds of winning the lottery are very, very low, like next to impossible. But that doesn't mean the winner is a time traveler, right? Like, someone has to win the lottery. If this was true, it'd be super fucked up if someone won the lottery, like, fair and square. The government still thinks that they're a time traveler. So you're from the future, huh? No. Flying cars, vacations to Pluto. Not good enough for you, huh? You had to come all the way back here just to make a quick buck. Well, I caught you.
Sir, I bought a lottery ticket just like everybody else, okay? I just got lucky.
Tell the truth, you fucking piece of shit.
All right, fine. Jesus. You can't say that shit.
Whatever.
Okay, look, I'm not from this time, okay? But I'm not a time traveler. All I really did was travel from my dimension to a parallel dimension where I won the lottery.
That's impossible.
It's string theory, sir. There's an infinite number of parallel dimensions, each a little different than the last. Anything is possible. Hell, there's probably a dimension out there where you and I are making out.
Maybe it's this one.
Stop! I'm you from the future. Don't kiss him. He's really bad at it.
Hey! I don't really believe this theory that much. And even so, like, if people are smart enough to figure out time travel, fucking let them do it. Why do you gotta catch them? They earn that. Also, it doesn't really check out when you realize that, like, half the people who win the fucking lottery go bankrupt in the next, like, 5 years. That would mean they were smart enough to invent time travel, but not smart enough to hire an accountant. Gotcha. All right, we're gonna move over to the fourth level of the modern conspiracy theories now. And for this level, I put humiliation rituals. This is one that I've seen pop up a bunch over this past year especially. So let's watch a TikTok that explains it fully.
The humiliation ritual is used by the elite to ensure absolute devotion and loyalty during the initiation process. Rejection, pain, and embarrassment is used to humble the initiant. The elites are doing this because it's proving to the initiant that yes, you're gonna receive power, fame, money, all of these things, but they are just a puppet and the master is pulling their strings.
So pretty fucking insane. A lot of people comment like, oh,
there's gotta be a humiliation ritual.
Whenever there's a celebrity doing something like a little different, you know, or wearing an outfit that's like a little out there.
No, this is not a humiliation ritual. I feel sexy as I'm cute.
The main one though is men wearing dresses.
Oh, these guys are wearing dresses. Show me.
Doja, if you ever see this, I love you. I would do anything for you, Doja Cat.
One person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is.
It's like, yo, guys, if you're gonna make the claim that dudes wearing dresses
When did
is a
Cat Williams get
humiliation
stupid?
ritual, how about you don't show the hottest guys in the world looking fucking awesome? Like, what the fuck? That's not humiliating whatsoever. They all look hot as hell. Are you joking? It just goes to show you how fucking brain dead a lot of these conspiracy theorists are. It's like, it's not a fucking humiliation ritual, dude. I think a guy was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna try a dress on and see how I feel. Oh, I feel great? Cool. Take a picture of me, please. Which is totally fine, because what is a dress? It's a fucking piece of fabric, dude. A skirt is one big, wide pant leg. What's the issue? Another example I saw of this was during the Oscars when John Cena walked out like butt-ass naked. And this guy tweeted, "This is called the humiliation ritual."
That was kind of hot.
Well, Cat Williams was right. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. I'm sure John Cena was really embarrassed showing off his perfect body to millions of people. Yeah, how does he do it? That was so humiliating, dude. What the fuck, dude? That's so embarrassing, bro. If John Cena ever actually participated in a humiliation ritual, it was when he played Fred's father in the Fred movies. Okay, so now we're in the second last level of the icebergs, all right? We're gonna start kicking it up a notch. For the old iceberg, I put Agartha. So Agartha, aside from being the noise I make when I sneeze, Agartha is a supposed hidden subterranean civilization inside the Earth. This conspiracy theory dates all the way back to 1886, and it was perpetuated further when Admiral Richard E. Byrd flew to Antarctica. Of course, a pilot's last name is Byrd. He flew to Antarctica, and he claimed to have flown down into the Earth, into Agartha, and discovered lush jungles and a shiny crystal metropolis. Believers also claim that there are, like, giants and other advanced species down there as well.
Is down there. Giant monsters.
Giant monsters. They're freaking huge. They're fucking scary big monsters down there. Don't go. I'm scared just talking about it.
How long have they been here?
Millions of years. Probably even maybe since the beginning of the planet.
Could you give me an example of what one of these giants looked like?
Sure. If you want to imagine something that resembles a big furry...
Confirmed. There is a secret furry civilization living underground. Hear that, furries? Storm the caves. Now, do it. I watched more of that interview with this Agartha specialist, and he was talking some crazy shit, dude. He claims that there's entire cities down there with a completely opposite gravitational pull, and they're all populated with, like, a ton of different species.
We have a native terrestrial reptoid species that we often refer to as the raptor species. They live down there.
It's like King Kong movie.
Full-on
King Kong, Godzilla.
Native insectoid species, which we kind of think of as ant people. They live down there.
Liar.
Some who are not from here but live and work there. Ancient Numerians, Atlanteans, when some of them went, underground, that's where some of the beginning of some of the Agarthan cities that we kind of think of as run by the Nordics, these sort of tall, blondie, blue-eyed folks.
What are you talking about?
See that shit?
The fact that this interview isn't like, what, every 2 seconds is mind-boggling. That is a professional right there, dude. What are they all doing down there? Fucking come hang out. What the fuck? Also, I'd be so mad if I was them. If I lived down there, I've lived in a basement before. It sucked. Even when there's one person moving above you, you hear everything as loud as fuck. Could you imagine the sound of 8 billion people moving around above you? That's a nightmare, dude. You need a real big broomstick to fucking... And the lore goes real deep on this one too, and it's kind of evolved into this thing called the Hollow Earth theory that some people are fucking really obsessed with today. Here's a video of someone finding proof that Agartha exists. Hollow Earth time. A dark cave, so that must mean there's a secret civilization underneath the ground. One time I was swimming in the ocean, I couldn't see the bottom of the ocean, so obviously Atlantis is real. And this theory is pretty fucking wild. It's insane. The more I've read about it, it's kind of scary how people believe this. But people put a lot of time into the details of it, dude. There are even like full maps of Agartha available online. Like this one here, yeah, it's something. This kind of looks like the person who made the Agartha map really wanted to, like, draw it out, but all they had laying around was a fucking diagram of a vagina. They were just like, hey, I'll just work around it. That's fine. Dude, this is crazy, though. Holy shit. They got the Hillar and the At the Barn, Mylosis. Ooh, they even got a swang in the middle. Got that swang. It's a Ray Sremmerd song, right?
Now some young niggas like to sweat.
Dude, count me in. I'm going to Agartha if Sway Lee is down there, bro. Well, I guess everything is backwards down there, right? So I guess his name would be Lee Sway.
Lee Sway, it's the same difference.
Oh, all right, sweet. Okay, yeah, this is the detailed map that's on the front of a book about Agartha. They got fucking City of Shambhala, base to and from other galaxies. I guess this is pretty impressive, but also, one time when I was a kid, I drew a full map of a made-up world for my Bionicles. articles because the lore that I created for them was so deep and complex, but you don't fucking see me publishing a book about it, so not impressed. In recent months, though, unfortunately, this conspiracy has kind of evolved into something pretty, like, negative and harmful. There are, like, countless TikToks featuring white men with blue eyes and blonde hair, and they're being like, am I getting into Agartha? Because people are claiming that there is, like, an Aryan Nordic race that is, like, controlling it and shit. So I've seen a lot of gnarly anti-Semitism on TikTok because of this conspiracy theory, which is super fucked up. So yeah, obviously this theory is not true at all. This is dumb and stupid and insane. We have an unlimited amount of scientific data done by the smartest people who have ever lived, who can prove that the Earth has a crust, a mantle, an outer core, an inner core, and it's like 9,000 fucking degrees down there. So good luck to those fucking ants and raptor people who live down there, dude. Your monsters are gonna burn.
Said your fucking
monsters
gonna burn.
Okay, so for the fifth level of the modern iceberg, I decided to pick one that's pretty similar to Agartha, and that is the flat Earth / ice wall. So unlike the Agartha theory that maintained that the Earth was a globe, this theory claims that the Earth is actually flat. And NASA, as well as like every other scientist in the world, is in on this lie that the Earth is round. And this community is massive. They have like flat Earth conventions that people travel to. Some of them will even take planes to get to the flat Earth convention. They'll be 30,000 feet in the air, looking at the curvature of the Earth, and they'll be like, oh great, the fucking airlines are in on it too. The first time I heard about the flat Earth community was back in 2016 from the rapper B.O.B. He publicly stated that he thought the Earth was flat, and then he got an argument on Twitter with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and then he put out a diss track against Neil deGrasse Tyson called Flatline.
Neil Tyson need to loosen up his vest. They probably write that man one hell of a check. Indoctrinated in a called science.
Dude, how the fuck are you gonna do a diss track against a scientist? That is so lame. That's why I fucked your bitch, you flat motherfucker. You should have said that, dude. So obviously this theory is incorrect. The Earth is not flat. It is thick as hell. And there's a million facts that prove flat earthers wrong. And dude, they even prove themselves wrong. There is an amazing video of flat earthers trying to prove that the Earth is flat by shining a light through a series of holes at a certain height. And if the other person holds their light up higher to take the curvature of the Earth into account, then it proves the Earth is round. And the moment they realize that they're wrong is just pure magic.
Lift up your light way above your head. Interesting.
You can't write shit funnier than that, dude.
Interesting.
That's so good. But even after that, they still believe, dude. There's something about conspiracy theorists, man. They have a sense of stubbornness that's almost admirable. You could literally take a flat earther to space in a spaceship, show him the globe, the fucking round Earth, and they'd be like, I don't buy it. The thing I don't get about this is like, why the fuck would they keep this a secret if it was true? Like, who is this benefiting? And also, there's no shot that every NASA employee ever could just keep their yap shut about this. There's no fucking way. People love to gossip, especially nerds. But this is where the problems surrounding modern belief in conspiracy theories really reveals itself. While doing research, I found a TikTok featured a mom filming her 11-year-old daughter. She was complaining about what she's being taught in school.
Guess what we learned today at school? What did you learn? We learned about how the Earth went around the sun.
Do you want to tell them the truth?
She goes on to explain the flat Earth theory and shit, talks about God and everything. Here's a great comment on this TikTok. The real truth has to come out about all this. It's getting ridiculous. Dude, and that's from Mr. Beer, dude. Drunkest guy in the world. Let's learn how to spell words correctly before we question the intelligence and integrity of scientists, okay? Mr. Beer, if that's even your real name. There's also another TikTok featuring that 11-year-old. And in the TikTok, she's about to go to school with her science project, which is a diorama of the flat Earth. But obviously that's not real, because if your mom is fucking crazy enough to believe in the flat Earth genuinely, then she's not sending you to a public school where they will actually teach you how things work in the real world. They're gonna homeschool you 100%, where they can indoctrinate you into the cult of conspiracy theories, and you're gonna know absolutely nothing by the time you're an adult. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. It's awesome. Life rocks. This is the best time to be alive. And this is a clear demonstration of the dangers of conspiracy theories and living in the information age. Anybody anywhere can say anything for any reason at any time, and anybody can see it, and it can influence people who are already vulnerable or scared or confused or just straight up fucking dumb as shit. Like this conspiracy theorist, for example.
We didn't have tornadoes here until we started putting into traffic circles. When people go round and round in circles, it causes disturbance in the atmosphere and causes tornadoes.
Really creative, okay? There's no way that this idiot thought of that on his own. He probably heard it online somewhere and now he's fucking freaking out about it, dude. You know how fast you gotta drive around in circles to make tornadoes? Who lives in your town? Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog? What the fuck? I don't know, man. Like back in the day, conspiracy theories were just spread by word of mouth or maybe in a trusted news publication, rarely, but even when they did it, it was like, guys, this is just a theory. Do not fucking believe this. So the theories would remain as theories. But today, I feel like we're just bombarded with information from every angle, and some of this information can come from unreputable sources who are just looking to gain followers or money or both. Fucking every prominent flat earther I've looked up has merch, books, ticketed events, like it's all for money, dude. Okay, sorry for yapping even more, but I found something really interesting while I was editing and I gotta talk about it really quick. So there's a prominent flat earther named Mark Sargent, and in all of his video descriptions, there's a link to download the Flat Earth app. And then one of the pictures on the download page like gives you a preview of what the app looks like. And some of the stuff on there is some of the craziest shit I think I've ever seen. You know, so you got memorabilia like clothing, flat earth models. Then there's also this thing called Truth Smacks. Power-packed snacks with a dose of flat earth. What the fuck does that mean? How much of a flat earth dick rider do you have to be to even base your food around well, I guess not around, because spheres don't exist. But still, I don't want a dose of any earth in my snacks, flat or otherwise. And then my favorite part, on the next row below that, there's an ad for crypto consultants and other various crypto coins. But yeah, they're definitely only doing this to spread the truth, right? They're not in it for money whatsoever. And it's like truly poetic how the people who believe in a make-believe fantasy are also promoting make-believe currencies. And I feel like I'm already giving away the conclusion to this video before we get into the final conspiracy theories, but I think the main catalyst for the rise in popularity of conspiracy theories, I think the reason behind all this was COVID-19 and the lockdowns in 2020 and 2021. People were sad, scared, confused, vulnerable, but worst of all, they were isolated. They were alone. And the only thing people could do was search the internet. And unfortunately, a lot of people were caught in this fucking conspiracy pipeline. And fucking now it's way too late for them to come out. And it sucks, dude. I've seen like acquaintances of mine that have gone down this pipeline. And it's like, fuck, hey, I'll never talk to them again. It's weird, dude. I just feel like now we're seeing a lot more real life consequences from people believing in conspiracy theories, right? You got children being taught incorrect nonsense by their parents, people dying from COVID because they didn't want to get the vaccine because they thought the vaccine contained nanotechnology that could be activated by 5G towers. Yes, that is real. People believe that. Conservatives getting arrested for storming the Capitol on January 6th because they were lied to about theories about a stolen election. The list goes on. But sorry, flat Earth, stupid, and it's wrong. The Earth is a globe.
It's just so weird that people don't believe in science because they like don't understand it. I don't like to call people stupid. I think people are intellectually lazy. That was easy to get out. But at the same time, the conspiracy theories like the 5G, like somehow activating some kind of nanotechnology. I mean, that's... Thanks for listening. Good talk.
Globe, obviously. Like Arthur clears, dude. At least it had big furry monsters.
Giant monsters.
All right, final level of the icebergs. These ones are fucking super out there, but I picked them because they're also really silly.
You can't see it, but my cat's eyes are rolling in the back of his head because this feels good. Oh. Cat's got the life. And all he does is complain.
So the last conspiracy on the old iceberg is the glass camera. Okay, so the glass camera is an invisible device that was apparently used to record what people see during astral projection. If you're unfamiliar with astral projection, it's basically like an out-of-body experience where you can like travel the astral plane, you can go to different universes, you can travel back in time and stuff. It's crazy. And this glass camera was supposed to record all of that and like transmit it to like a screen where people can watch. And the crazy theory behind this is that this psychic named Robert Golf, and they say that, you know, his existence was scrubbed from the internet. You can't find anything about him. Not that he wasn't real or anything, but this guy, Robert Golf, he died while using the glass camera, and his soul went to heaven while he was using the camera. And so since he was using the camera when he died and like, you know, saw heaven, there is now apparently footage of heaven that was once owned by like the government, but it was immediately stolen by the Catholic Church, and they now have it like hidden somewhere. I told you it was gonna get fucking crazy. I picked this one because
Whoever came up with this one should have wrote a movie.
I think it's just super funny to have like vlog footage of heaven. Those are just two things that you would think that would never intersect, you know?
Footage of heaven. Bitch.
Good morning, Logan. What's poppin'?
And obviously this is insane. Logan Paul is not going to heaven. Also, like, how the fuck did the Catholic Church steal the footage so quickly, right? Do they have like a little burglar, like a Catholic burglar that just goes around stealing shit? It also doesn't seem very Catholic to engage in thievery. You know what I mean? That's got to be a sin. The only thing the Catholic Church steals is the virginity of young boys. You know, I just hope that the Catholic Church has a good organization system. I would hate for that footage to be mixed up with the other VHS tapes they got. Gotta kill some time until Sunday service. What movie should I watch? Beauty and the Beast, Jungle Book, 101 Dalmatians. Whoa, what the heck is this one? Heaven Confidential. Why is there no case on it? Oh, okay, this must be All Dogs Go to Heaven. I love that movie. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Robert Golf, bro. Made it to heaven, dude. Made it straight past the pearly gates. Hi, Mom. She's actually holding the camera right now. She died a few years back. It's actually really nice to see her again. Well, since I'm in heaven, I figured I would introduce you to my new friend, God. So, God, I thought my whole life about what I would ask you if I ever met you in person, so I gotta know. Gay Adam or Thought Eve? Well, it is Pride Month, so I gotta go Gay Adam. Oh, let's go, dude. In the script here, I wrote that the sketch is going to end with the Predator handshake because that clip is from the movie Predator. But fun fact, the Predator handshake is also how Catholic priests greet each other. All right, last one, folks. Thank you for watching if you're still here. The last level of a modern day conspiracy iceberg is sploosh. And that's not the shit from Holes. Okay, that's sploosh. This is another conspiracy that was proposed a while ago, but I put it in the modern conspiracy because of its popularity.
Someone was talking about that we live in a false reality, and these beings, they call them archons, are the ones controlling the mental matrix that we live in. So what they're trying to say is that our human experience is nothing more than an energetical farm from higher dimensional beings. And they farm
Energetical? What was that again?
So what they're trying to say is that our human experience is nothing more than an energetical farm from higher.
Energetical. Energetical. Not a word. It is. It's another word for energetic.
Dimensional beings, and they farm something called loosh,
and it's produced when we
loosh. I love that.
Loosh is produced in the caboose, and loosh is produced when we experience really intense emotions. And this loosh is actually being harvested by extraterrestrials or like higher dimensional entities. And according to the person who introduced it,
it's kind of like Warhammer 40K. Warp. The loosh.
Theory, Robert Monroe, loosh is generated through both positive and negative emotional experiences.
It's just like the warp from 40K.
So intense emotions such as love, fear, pain,
chaos gods. Slanesh. Look them up.
Joy and suffering are all like very potent sources of a loosh. You know, they get y'all looshed up. And the reason it's also referred to as the prison planet theory is that like it claims that
I've got some loosh right here.
We're all locked up on Earth, like for the sole purpose of creating loosh for these higher dimensional entities. It's just pretty insane. Just looshing all day, dude.
Loosh. Unleash the loosh.
Sorry. And you know what? As scary as this would be if it was true, it's also like kind of comforting in a way. Like it says a lot about like free will and like our purpose in life. But like, I don't know, man. Like if I'm having an absolute like shit day, I'm like so sad. I'm crying. It's just terrible. I'm just feeling so negative and awful. At least I know some fucking 8-dimensional being named fucking Eknayeb. He's up there getting that sweet, sweet loosh, dude. He's gooning all that loosh, dude. So you're welcome, Eknayeb. Also, the funny thing about this theory is while I was researching it, I had quite the epiphany. So the theory is that humans are put in stressful conditions, so interdimensional entities can harvest all of that energy for their own personal gain. That's literally the plot of Monsters, Inc. These fucking weird creatures are scaring kids. They're putting them in stressful conditions to
40K. I'm sorry. Warp is a better example. Whatever. You know what? There's a lot of examples of emotions creating some kind of harvestable energy. And it's stupid. I wish they could harvest my salt. That's inexhaustible.
get their energy to power their own fucking world. What the hell? And also, dude, when you spell it out, when you spell the full thing, it says Monsters Incorporated, right? You take away a few letters, what does it spell? Monroe, the guy who introduced this theory. This goes all the way to the top of a steep cliff covered in Lil Wayne's. But obviously this theory has evolved over time and it's gone pretty far. Some people think these higher dimensional beings actually disguise themselves as celebrities. Celebrities like Beyonce.
To the left. Are you fucking loose in the box to the left?
Yeah, man. I saw a TikTok of someone replying to a comment that reads, "I'll never forget her saying, I need your energy at the
Hold up, I need some more loosh.
Super Bowl halftime show."
Everybody put your hands towards me. Everybody, I want to feel your energy.
Dude, how dumb do you have to be to actually think like that, dude? People say that shit all the time. Dude, fucking like spin instructors say that shit. She was just getting the fucking crowd hype, dude. She's Beyonce. Wait, hold up. What's Beyonce backwards? Technieb. Obviously, I'm joking. This is dumb. The loosh theory is fucking super weird and insane. But you know what? I think just to be sure, I think we should all, like, as a society, we should pick, like, one day, one global day where we all choose to experience zero emotion. Don't feel anything, good or bad. We all lock ourselves in our own room and we just stare at the fucking wall. You know, really bring down loosh production and see what happens. We finally made it through all of the levels of the icebergs. So now it's come to a conclusion, all right? Are conspiracy theories crazier now than they were back then? And honestly, when I'm comparing the two icebergs, it's tough to say. I feel like all of these are equally fucking crazy. So I don't think conspiracy theories are crazier now. I think they've always been fucking crazy. But I just think the level that people believe in them has increased like tenfold. And we're starting to see some pretty gnarly real life consequences. Consequences? Cool. This is also just an excuse for me to goof on a bunch of conspiracy theories because I think they're like super funny. So let me know if you want a part 2 of this video and comment some conspiracy theories you want me to talk about because this was a lot of fun researching and goofing on. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please press the like button because 1 like equals 1 cup of loosh. produce, all right?
And we gotta do it. We gotta please our guys.
Yeah, press the subscribe button. Dude, we're so close to 5 million. We're getting there, dude. We're so close. So just press the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's worth it, okay? Because as soon as you press the subscribe button, you become a valued citizen of Kurtistown. If you didn't know, Kurtistown is the best place to live in the world. And I'm the mayor of Kurtistown, so you have to be nice to me. It's the law. And also, come see me on tour. My
I live in Chicago. It's part of the Kurtistown
World Tour, the Goodfellow Tour, kicking off real soon. Starting off the first leg in the U.S., but we got a ton more shows coming up that will be announced very soon. Going all over the world, man. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I would stick around, but I unfortunately feel Kurt Cobain taking over my body right now, so
The online beauty community is well known for being filled with drama and crazy content creators.
The eye cream is an exact ripoff of Tatcha. The component, everything. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is.
If you look up beauty community drama, something will probably show up. I haven't looked it up, but there's going to be an edit of someone typing beauty community drama and then showing you what pops up. Doesn't seem like, honestly, there's less than I thought. But still, a lot of product sales in the beauty community. And that's cool. You know, it's cool because I also have a product. But before I did, I hated it. Just kidding. I'm joking. By the way. I love Dr. Pepper. I will. This is my product. I own this. Do you guys know that? I own Dr. Pepper. This is my thing. But I'm like a Dr. Phil doctor, though, not like a physician, like a practicing physician. The point is, these people make a lot of money off their viewers. There's a lot of money in the beauty community. That's sort of the point we're trying to make. Creators like James Charles, Jeffree Star, Laura Lee, my favorite, to be honest. They've all had drama surrounding their big chungus channels with millions of subscribers and billions of views. Money. However, another beauty influencer has some drama surrounding their channel as well. But the strange thing is, this drama's been going on for around 4 years now and counting. I'm heavily implying that it's still going on, and now we're talking about it, guys. Get it? Do you understand? Are you keeping up? Big. Thank you. Thank you. The influencer we are talking about today is named Lily Jean.
Today, we are taking a look at one girl who fabricated her entire life.
An influencer whose following is mostly on Instagram. This person has been harassing and stalking a commentary YouTuber known as Primic for the last 4 years because of a video that he made calling her out for clearly view-botting her account and photoshopping her photos.
So 4 years ago, I made a video on a girl named Lily Jean. I'm sure everyone here remembers her.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
But in case you didn't, she was this Instagram influencer who had 1 million followers, but when you went through her page, you started to notice some things were off.
Not to mention fucking brand deals, all right? Make sure you put some subtitles up there. I've been working on, I have a little bit of a speech impediment.
For example, she had all of these followers, but no one in the community actually knew who she was. She had posts from events that she appeared to go to, but when you looked at them, they were photoshopped and she never attended. And one of the weirdest things is that she would interact with a lot of accounts on her page like they were her besties in real life, but the accounts were not real people. They were these weird made-up characters that were a little racist, kind of homophobic. It was a crazy video. Go watch it.
Drama is drama, but Lily Jean's willingness or, I don't know, stubbornness to try to maintain her online image in spite of just having a lot of really weird sort of, it's not really even that big. It's not like she's got exposed for doing something horrible. It's just being weird. It's just like a weird mystery, almost like an ARG, like a horror movie. The persistence to uphold that bizarre image with mounting evidence in the favor of it all being strange, it makes her look insane. Insane. Put a definition up of insane. Thank you. Primic recently came back and did a video exposing Lily Jean's behavior.
The reason we are here today is because for the past 4 years, Lily and her mother have been doing some very crazy stuff behind the scenes, and it's reached the point where I can no longer stay silent.
And I believe this is potentially the final nail in the coffin for a content career. This is unexpected. This is an unexpected turn of events here. Very strange. So who is Primic? Well, Primic is a commentary channel. I think he's a commentary guy that's been relatively under the radar over the last few years.
Recently, on my own time, I've been looking into people that have had public scandals go on in their life. And I've been doing this because I've been curious to know what happens when all the bad publicity blows away and people stop caring about the situations. It's kind of like Oprah's Where Are They Now? but for scummy people.
For the past 5 years or so, Primink has made videos on various interesting people online. A lot of the content that Primink makes is on influencers, different creators that fake aspects of their work or life, like Lily Jean, like this other person, and this fella. Not to mention the family channel that Primink called out for allegedly faking getting pregnant with a new baby. Allegedly. I don't know, dude. Allegedly. Allegedly.
For today, we are going to take a look at a vlogging family that were accused of faking a pregnancy announcement video, and then just a few days later, faking a miscarriage.
Allegedly. Primink also called out a YouTuber for faking mental illnesses for views, something that a lot of people have called out on the internet before. If you look up faking mental illness.
For all you concerned about me, sit on this and, twist. Go get laid or something.
The crazy thing about Primink is that he's only posted 32 videos between July 2018 and March of 2020. That's less than 2 years, and he grew a channel to 1 million subscribers. The videos are great. They're very well edited. The thumbnails are awesome. They're written. They're concise. They make sense.
So this is Joe Exotic. No, that's not his real name. It's his stage name, but I like it, so that's what we're going to call him. Joe runs a channel on YouTube called Joe Exotic TV, which mainly focuses on showing off all the animals in the zoo that he owns/works at.
It's not like other people's channels. These other losers in the space. Slop. Shit tubers, dude. Some of them are even gun obsessed. Do you know about that? Did you know that some of these people in the commentary community are gun obsessed? This is an airsoft gun, actually. That's pretty impressive. Took me a long time to do what I've done, and it's not even impressive in any way, shape, or form. So now when you're covering some wacky, zany personalities like the people that Primink has covered, people who fixate on fame so much that they fake every aspect of their lives for themselves to appear more famous or to achieve more fame, and they just wrap themselves in their content, and they're not even people, really. They're just these images online. They're just moving images. You know, I'm a moving image. You know, guys? You guys moving images? I remember I once saw a moving image of a small, starving Ethiopian boy, and it made me...
Oh my god, I got 2 views. It's like literally the most views I've ever gotten in my life. Thank you, 2 people or 1 person watching twice. I don't know how this shit works. Love you.
It galvanized me into sending him 20 cents a day. It was a long time ago. It's not even a joke. We actually did that. Pretty chill. It makes sense that Mr. Primink would make some enemies with these types of videos, calling out these kinds of people who are just sort of a little unhinged, maybe some might say. Primink stopped uploading for a very long time, years after he covered an individual named Lily Jean for supposedly faking her entire career online.
On websites and in articles, Lily was portrayed kind of like this prodigy child who had all of these amazing talent, but then looking into her work, it didn't seem to match up with the hype.
We need to learn a little bit more about this. It was Lily Jean the person who caused Primink to take multiple years off? I don't know. Let's get into Lily.
I hope that picked up.
Lily Jean Truman, otherwise known as Lily Jean Online, is a self-proclaimed actor, director, and writer in the beauty influencing community. All right, guys, it is a magical community of so many.
My camera is dog shit.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Lily's been posting regularly online since 2017. Her first YouTube video was about makeup, obviously.
The golden era of makeup has begun. Post-war icons include Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn. This was considered an era of the mask effect. Thick and creamy foundations were used along with thick red matte lipsticks and pink lipsticks.
And this would be her continued style of content until this day. She would continue to post on YouTube for a while and eventually create her Instagram account where she would gain most of her following. As of 2024, she has 1.4 million followers on her Instagram and posts regularly on both of her platforms, YouTube and Instagram. She loves posting. She's a big poster fella. All right, kind of like me a little bit. Now, the difference between her Instagram account and her YouTube is astonishing. Her Instagram account has a lot of followers. Her YouTube account has 22,000, which is not that many. It's not very common to see a 22,000 subscriber channel belonging to someone who's able to make a full-time living off of YouTube. That's just not a thing. And Instagram, I have no idea how that works, to be honest. Sometimes I just post pictures of me with the ones I love. I don't know what's true sometimes. I'm pretty good obsessed on there. Not really. I'm pretty normal on that. Maybe not normal, but sleep with it. Chill with it, to be honest. A lot of people, including the Printing, saw this as a suspicion and called the question how something like this is even possible.
One day, a random person came across Lily's page and, like you, was confused as to who this girl was. So he started a Reddit post to try to get some answers. Now, a logical conclusion to Lily's unknown fame would be that she bought followers and likes, and that's why no one heard of her.
The first honest instinct is, oh, they're just botting. It makes sense, because it happens a lot. People do it all the time. Have you ever seen the platform Kick? I don't know, man. I'll take a Kick deal. I'll take a Kick deal. As long as I'm allowed to shit on gambling and I can gamble and all the proceeds go directly to some kind of anti-gambling charity, I would gladly do that. Not really. Anti-gambling charities. If I were to accept a Kick contract and I were to gamble online live and get paid a cope.
Can I talk about gambling? I hate gambling. No moral reason. It's just not fucking fun, dude. Does anyone feel me on this? Is there like people are just kind of like, you know, gambling's like just not fun. I mean, it's cool to win money, I guess. But honestly, it's like playing games for money is kind of fucking weird in general, if you ask me. I mean, unless like you're a pro or something. But like, I don't play games for money. I play it for fun. What were we just saying? Wow, I just totally lost my train of thought. What was I just talking about? Gambling. Because gambling, that is the game. It's just the money. Like, the actual gambling games, like, aren't... I mean, unless there's some, like, skill. Like, I've always been a fan of poker. I like poker. But that's a game of skill. I mean, you can, like, chance, skill, all sorts of shit. Like, every game's a chance, like, you know, chance and skill, a combination. Some more of chance, some more of skill. But gambling just, like, on, like slots? That's the way it was set up. I just don't get who cares what it is.
Copious amount of money from stake, and let's say I could raise $5 million a year for charity. I would gamble every day if I could. Seriously, that would be awesome. That sounds fun as actually. Every single day going to the slots. Come on! It's not stopping. I heard you can. I heard you can make it go faster for charity though. What charity would you guys want me to donate money to? Let's say hypothetically speaking. Not that that's gonna happen, but it'd be funny to find out. In Primmink's first video that was posted in February of 2020, he addressed this. He called out her rapid growth on Instagram and the lack of real accounts interacting with her posts. It all points to her paying for bots.
But the psychotic part is not that Lily appears to have an entire network of fake friends and fans that she communicates with. No, that's not the psychotic part. The psychotic part is that every single one of these accounts has their own backstory. For example, this one is a Muslim girl who's struggling with conforming to her religion. This one is an unapologetic trans boy. This one is James, Lily's best friend who has a gay husband named Mario and is very good at design. And if you haven't picked up on it, these accounts are all very stereotypical of the fake people they portray. The gay guy's good at design, the Muslim girl dislikes her religion, the trans boy says yes all the time, and there is just dozens and dozens and dozens of these accounts, all behaving the same, all with fake followers, all posting pictures of Lily.
It's crazy.
Plus, if you look at her analytics, you can see that she gets about 2 to 3% of an engagement rate from her audience, which means that she is 20 to 30,000 out of the million interact with her stuff, which is not that many. That's pretty low.
But just looking at her stats, she went from gaining 150,000 followers in 1 month, which then drops to 6K the next month, and then goes back up to 150K, which is a huge red flag because followers shouldn't fluctuate that much. I also found a time frame where she went from receiving 20,000 likes on her post to only receiving about 100 in like a week, which heavily implies she stopped buying likes at one point, and her engagement rate is below 1%, meaning only 10,000 of her followers are active on her account. I could go into the comment pods I saw, the cross media deviation, etc., but that's too nerdy. I'm ain't about that life.
That's very low for someone who claims to be incredibly popular, and that's high for a botted account, to be honest. But also, the 20 to 30,000 does match the followers on YouTube, so there's a chance that her real core audience is the only audience that's engaging, potentially, maybe. There's a chance. Furthermore, Lily's mother, Laura, is her manager and helps her out behind the scenes. She claims to be a prop maker for the entertainment industry and was for 25 years, though there's no way to confirm this. As her IMDb page, she's credited for the movies that her and her daughter have made. Kind of strange. It's like, I don't really know what's going on here, to be honest. It's kind of a massive mystery, which is the only reason to watch this entire video. So it is very mysterious, though, I'm going to be honest. So once again, this plays into the shadiness that surrounds Lily at every single turn, as her own mother seems to be lying about her own credentials on the internet to make what they are doing seem more and more legit. Is this a CIA thing? Is this a DARPA thing? Because it's not that good. Lily was also homeschooled by her mom.
Red flag! Red flag! Red flag!
I was homeschooled by my mommy. She hates it when I say mommy. She hates it. I'm not going to say that anymore. I don't like saying that either.
Sorry, homeboy. Being homeschooled is a red flag. I dated a girl who was homeschooled. These people... I guess it depends. It also depends if you have a lot of friends outside of that. If you don't, you're gonna be socially awkward. At least like you're gonna be a bit off.
Hate it too, dude. What the fuck? So Lily was fairly limited in her exposure to other ideas and other people and perspectives, it seems, growing up, perhaps causing a lot of the upcoming craziness we'll be discussing, guys. Because I'm crazy, and it's because I was homeschooled. So I'll really be able to give the proper perspective here, because I was also homeschooled, incredibly limited, had no outside perspectives. Yeah, dude, gun obsessed, cult, grew up in a cult, only ate vegetables from Mother Earth. Primic also highlights how she photoshops images of herself at exclusive events like the Met Gala, which is wildly cringe.
If you start looking closer at Lily's posts, you start to notice some problems. For example, the photo of Lily at the Met Gala. Once zoomed in, you would start to notice some weird distortion, which this is a sign of Photoshop. And after looking around, someone was able to find the exact photo it was photoshopped from. Lily covered up Katy Perry. That's a war crime.
I mean, this is next level cringe. Plus, being on the cover of Teen Vogue.
The Teen Vogue magazine Lily was on the cover of also looked photoshopped, and it actually had to be because, funny enough, Teen Vogue doesn't even print magazines anymore.
Absolutely astonishing levels of cringe. Holy, that's awesome. I'm gonna start doing that. Either way, when trying to research this video, we tried to use the pictures that were used in Primic's video, but since the video's release, she has scrubbed her Instagram of all evidence provided in Primic's video. So it confirms what he's talking about in his video, that she is an incredibly shady creator who will do anything to just appear famous for no reason and preserve her online image. Primic's video has 10 million views, by the way. That's a shit ton of views. And in my opinion, fully exposed with Lily Jean as a fraudulent influencer.
Now this is where the story becomes a real-life Black Mirror episode. So we already established the fake followers and the fake posts, but the lies don't stop there.
Not as a terrible, shitty human being necessarily, kind of, almost, but certainly as a fraudulent influencer. It's not real. It's fake. After uploading this video on Lily Jean for the next 3 or so years, Primink only uploaded one other video closely following his expose of Lily. It's the video that we briefly mentioned earlier of the YouTuber who faked mental illness for views. That was 4 years ago.
Part of me feels a bit sorry for Breland because I know for someone to throw away all of their pride and dignity like she did, they must have been truly desperate. Later, Breland did end up losing her dream house.
And that's what happens when you lose all your money.
So, you know, she wasn't lying about being desperate. She was out of money, but at the same time, she could have just went to McDonald's and got a job. There was other options. You didn't have to go crazy.
And after that video, Primink wouldn't upload until 9 months ago, where he uploaded a video talking about Marina Joyce, who allegedly faked her own kidnapping. Allegedly.
So to put this all into perspective, everyone on the internet is convinced that Marina has been kidnapped, and instead of posting a simple video showing that she's fine, she or whoever is running the account is trying to get everyone to go to an event that doesn't exist.
I'm not going to do any research into it. I'm just going to say allegedly. All right, that's what I do. Comment down below how factual the information. This is the Truth Channel. All right, baby girl. Then Primink didn't upload again until about a month ago, when he uploaded an update to the situation in regard to Lily Jean, revealing that Lily had become quite obsessive and fixated on Primink and stalking him, trying to bring him down. Wow! How surprising!
For the past 4 years, Lily and her mother have been doing some very crazy stuff behind the scenes.
So, being the Truth Channel, I actually reached out to Primink. If he'd be interested in an interview. He said no. So anyways, let's move on. Just kidding. I sent a bunch of questions and he answered them all with like a... Dude, he's a yap fest. This guy loves yapping. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. He's real nice. How did you find out about Lily Jean to begin with? There was a Reddit post in r/beauty guru Tratter that was asking what was going on with Lily Jean because no one had heard about her and her account was partnering with so many brams. It was a very good write-up about Lily's whole situation, and after reading through that, I began looking deeper into the situation and saw that everything she was doing was fake. Interesting. Thank you, Reddit. All right, what the... How soon after making your video on Lily did you see her react and respond? They have never really responded publicly to me. They have mentioned before that they don't care about my video because I'm a T channel, even though behind the scenes they've been trying to take it down for years. There was also a now deleted video where they tried to debunk lots of the claims in my video without really mentioning me. I'm not exactly sure why they haven't gone after me publicly because they have done this with many other smaller channels. I think they were probably worried I would make another video. I would be really worried if I was them, honestly, because this video is really, it's like I'm talking to them right now because your video is so good. I love watching that video. It's got 10 million views. It's pretty slick. This Primink guy, he's pretty chill with it. This Primink guy's pretty chill with it. Have you considered pursuing a lawsuit of defamation and slander against her after alleging that you were a pedo to try and provoke YouTube into removing your content on her? If a lawsuit made sense, they would have been sued. Defamation and slander is really hard to prove in a courtroom because you have to prove not only did the person purposely lie about you, but their lies financially hurt you. Since the video was never removed, it would be hard to prove any financial loss. This did change though when they started removing links to my video with DMCAs on Reddit and Twitter. Then fraudulently removing these links to my video arguably hurt the reach of the video, and that could show a financial loss. I was told that I would have a big case at this point if I wanted to sue them. The problem now is that you can't sue someone who doesn't have money. If you sue a homeless person and win, there's nothing the courts can do to make that person pay. It's really hard suing homeless people. All right, it's really hard suing people who have enriched themselves off of your own money and then spent it and lost it in crypto gambling. It's hard. I know it's hard. When looking into the possibility of suing the Truants, we discovered that they have filed 2 bankruptcies back-to-back, been evicted at least twice, owe over $20,000 in tax warrants, and have been sued numerous times from credit cards and other businesses for unpaid bills, etc. This has all happened within the last decade, and no one in their household appears to have an actual job. From what we found, they appear to be abusing the financial system and squatting laws in New York to sustain their life. That's insane, dude. No way Lily Jean's a squatter, allegedly. Holy shit. They rack up debt for years and then wipe it away with bankruptcies, which I'm kind of convinced is fraudulent, but I'm not a professional. I'm actually astonished that they have been able to do this for so long, but I think this is the reason they are so blatant with their abuse of the copyright systems. They really don't have much to lose. This is why my plan was to get the platform's attention versus going after them legally. The only thing that will actually hurt them is if Lily Jean loses her platforms. Sure, it's actually really good. So yeah, that's it for me. Once again, I appreciate him so much for responding to that. Just so many. I asked him a lot of shit, and he responded thoughtfully, articulately. Much appreciated. Seriously, go check out his channel. Follow him on Twitter, Instagram, wherever he has a following. I don't know if he has a following on Instagram. He's the Lily Gene, that's for sure. He's kind of like the Lily Gene of the commentary community. Huge following on Instagram. I really do appreciate him helping me with this video. Normally, we don't do any effort or anything like that, so. Anyways, on May 17th...
Relationship advice. We need it.
A YouTuber named I'm Alex has recently had an 82-page Google document dropped about him by a woman named Alice. This Google document has been shared on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it and contains a lot of serious information. Since the post of this Google document, 2 more Google documents have been dropped at least at the time of recording this regarding I'm Alex. In this video, I'm only going to be going over the Google documents, starting with Alice's document as well as the clips that she had provided, and then we'll get into the other 2 documents. At this point in time, Alex has not made a response whatsoever. For a little bit of context prior to diving into this though, I'm Alex is a YouTuber who, at least as of right now, has over 2 million subscribers on his main YouTube channel. One big thing about Alex is that throughout plenty of his videos, he has advocated for victims of various situations. So naturally, these accusations against him hit a bit harder than it might hit somebody else.
But what happens when you take a little look deeper? Everything might not quite be what it seems.
Unfortunately, Alex has already had a reputation for acting malicious towards others, though, even before this document was released. I'm Alex has labeled one of his former friends and fellow creators named Slazo as a creep after false accusations were made against Slazo by another person. Alex decided to take these accusations and perpetuate them further, which have definitely affected Slazo's career and public image. While it's common for YouTubers to make mistakes while covering stories here and there, this was a much different situation. Once these accusations were shown to be false, Alex's response to Slazo left many outrage. At first, Alex doubled down, and then when it came time to make a public quote-unquote apology, he didn't actually say the words "I'm sorry," at least not publicly. Many other creators have also pointed out that this was not an isolated incident. Alex supposedly spread more false accusations against others online. This was one of the reasons why so many are not taking these accusations against Alex too well right now. The other reason is that what we're about to go over is pretty horrific. In this Google document, video evidence was shown of Alex screaming at Alice on camera and saying terrible things to her.
But that's why I'm a professional and you're all not. I don't know, your boyfriend's a famous internet celebrity and doesn't trust these people. And you're talking to me, going, this is the thing, even though now, when it's too late, you admit that you did everything wrong. But when it actually matters, when you should lay down like a good dog, you don't do it.
This is pretty irrefutable, at least the videos anyway. I will say as a disclaimer though that yes, these are accusations since Alex has not yet responded. But I do want to make a note that Alex has said this before.
I still feel it's important to call people out when you believe that they have done something wrong, because it doesn't matter how much you enjoy somebody's content or how nice you may think they are. If somebody not, I feel like there is value in telling them that, because that's what I'd expect of other people to do to me.
It starts with this Twitter post, which was made shortly after people began to speculate about Alex, since Alice had uploaded and then removed TikToks venting about an ex mistreating her.
I need to get these. Couple nostrils.
But didn't name him directly. Here's my statement on the situation I've been scared to speak out on. It's best it's made public how horrible this person with a platform is. I'd hate to see another woman go through this. Please read the statement before continuing. In the Google document, she provides several different files. We're going to go over the statement first, and we're going to dissect as much of it as I possibly can. I want to do this for anybody who has a better time listening than reading through a document. I know sometimes that could be tedious if you just want to know what's going on, but get overwhelmed with 82 pages. The only thing I'll say right off the bat though is there are a lot of screenshots provided in this Google document, and at times it's going to sound like it doesn't make any sense because it skips around a lot. There's some missing context that I think would make things a lot easier to understand if it was added, but at the very end of this document, Alice did mention potentially releasing more information if she feels like she has to. I do think that the lack of context in certain screenshots does does make it a little hard to follow, but throughout this, I try my best to make it as easy to understand as possible. Let's dive into this 82-page document. Trigger warning: mentions of SA, depression, and assault. This is a sensitive subject for me, as I've struggled to figure out how to put it into words. I have been threatened by Alex not to come out with anything at all and to keep quiet, or he will create a contradicting story to discredit my own, but I'm not scared anymore. No matter what he said in response to the statement, I know I've said my piece and can move on with my life. I've made this document as a compilation of my experiences whilst being with Alex and have put screenshots of the accounts under the corresponding paragraphs. This will be a long one, as I want to start from the beginning so you can understand the full story and heavy burden this has been on me. We have known each other for years before we interacted, and seeing each other for a few months before anything was official. We started officially dating on March 17th, 2023, giving each other 100% of our attention, time, and effort with no arguments. After that, time passed and small things became huge issues, which were over Discord at first. Alex felt that because I'm home all day and work from home, that I would be able to call 24/7 and completely shut out any other social interactions I had with my friends. To avoid that, I invited him into my groups and stopped working as much. These small arguments worsened to the point where he would turn on his camera and start shouting at me on call. He's gone as far as to tell me to self-harm at this point after I told him about my history prior. This would be accompanied with multiple horrible messages calling me a whore, a bitch, and slimy. He would also tell me that I caused arguments as an exercise for me to leave him, saying, I don't know how I ended up with someone like you. And now we're getting into the first few screenshots. The screenshots start in mid-conversation, which, yes, I am aware that there is a possibility that some things could be left out. Again, we're going over everything that is currently publicly available. As time goes on, things could change. With that being said, it starts with now or no. I'm with everyone, but I can leave. Don't worry, I'll just go to bed. Okay. LOL, what a day. Guess everyone has got something better to do. Nobody wants me around. It's class. I love this. I love it. Wow, really? After asking for a break? Join. Go on it now. Join. Child. Join. Sending some devil horns and then another join. You can't give me 10 minutes to calm down and then talk? Am I a mind reader? You hung up on me before I could say anything. You effing R-word. You knew. Stop calling me, Alex. How much that pissed me off? Cry? I don't care. I am. For why? Because I'm in a state. Okay, well, forget it all then. I did all I could. No? You literally said, if this is the best you had to offer. So before I continue, I want to let you know that it seems like there might be an out of sync with a lot of these text messages, because it seems like they're each texting multiple things all at once, but they're not going through chronologically. It's a little hard to follow, but I'm doing my best here. I don't know how I ended up with someone like you. Then I guess that's literally it then, considering where I am right now, but you can't do that. And I'm throwing fits. Idiot, talk. Yawn. You talk like an R word, so call me. You say everything wrong on text. I'll stop then, because you're effing stupid, so call me. Nope, I'm not. Yes, you clearly are. Bye. F you, weird effing idiot. You win. F you. Understand? I didn't call because you're insulting me. F you. Please don't be silly over this. I'm just scared of annoying you. Yeah, okay, it's all good. Another time. You sure? No, like once your work is done. Like when you aren't stressed out. I was fine with today. I'm nearly done and thought you could help with the HelloFresh stuff. But yeah, just do whatever. I said the other day I wanted you to ask me to come over, etc. And if you didn't want to today, let's not do it. Kind of the opposite of what I wanted, so let's leave it. I got stuff to do. I said I want to once your work is done. I asked if I can after. I'm going to go back to work now. Question marks. Talk later. What the F? I literally asked you if I can after your work. Getting mixed signals here, just like, no? Well, I am. You can reread and see why. A screenshot is then sent. Can I come over when you've done all your work? If you don't want to do today, I'm not being silly. No. And just because you said that doesn't mean anything. I say I'm scared to annoy you while you're working. You didn't listen the other day, I guess, when I told you I wanted you to make me feel like I mattered a little more. Bro, she's just trying to make sure that when she comes over, she's not interrupting your work. To me, it sounds like she's trying to be considerate of your work schedule. So can I? LOL, literally the roundabout way of saying, can I not come over today, but putting it in my court. Please stop. She's literally asking you if she can come after you're done working. Can I come over when you aren't working so we don't repeat yesterday? It seems like this conversation continues. Please stop doing this to me. How about don't come over at all? I don't want to piss you off. What the actual F? That'd be easier, I think. I literally said I'm scared, okay? Nah, this has pissed me off, making it my choice over something already arranged. Then trying to back me into a corner. You asked me to ask more. I just did, and that's a problem? Call me. Funny, man. I just said I understand you, and you said you hate me, and goodbye. Have a good day, man. Stop effing talking over me. You're unbearable to talk to. I can't cope with it. You got what you wanted. See ya. I didn't. I wanted reassurance. Got an argument instead. Shut up. Please F off. I'm annoying for saying I still want to see you. It seems like his conversation continued, so it would be please F off permanently. Then he says, oh my god, hut the F up. I'm pretty sure he meant shut, but that's what he said. I said to forget this all and let me see you after you said you hate me. I hate you genuinely. Stop. You set this up. Alex, what the F? No, you didn't. What the actual F? I didn't even want to go with you. What the F is wrong with you? F that. Why the F are you being horrible? Then I tried cheering you up. You said I'm annoying. Chill out. Literally F off. Okay, night. You annoying. I turned off my cam. Don't enjoy talking to you. What the F? Stop being horrible. Horrible? I'm being dead truthful. You can't stop insulting me. One good day, you go home. Truthful? Okay, fine. Ruin it. Goodbye. Good night, man. After screaming at me in calls and disregarding everything I have ever said, he would explain how it's always my fault and that I should apologize, that I should fix it and fight for him after he has made it worse by completely dehumanizing and degrading me. I would get breakup threats because I interacted with my followers' tweets, which I would then apologize for after he made it very clear he was upset but demands more from me. This would be followed by him continuing to call me a bitch and threatening I'm going to refollow everyone I unfollowed for you if you're going to be like that. Which, by the way, I found out later on he was still interacting with many people he had old relations with and found him stalking his ex with her old nudes in his phone. As you can probably tell, I'm trying not to interject too much because there's so much to read that if I add commentary on every single part of this, it's going to be twice as long and it's already going to be a long video. But this is something I have to mention. In my opinion, I think it's really messed up to be holding on to your ex's nudes if you're in a new relationship. But on top of that, I also find it really weird and inappropriate if you're holding on to an ex's nudes if they don't know about it or consent to it after you guys break up. I think that's weird, but again, that's just my opinion. And again, this is just going off what we have to read here. I don't know if the person whose nudes he allegedly held knew about it or not. I'm just going off of what I'm reading and piecing together assumptions. Back to more screenshots. Good. I'm done with your stupid ass. It's so effing weird that you pissed me off and now you're mad that you will die for liking that tweet. No, I won't. That's not it. I don't care about that. I apologized for that. I'm going to refollow all of the people I unfollowed for you. If you're gonna be like that, then it can be like that. Okay, you keep calling me shit. I'm done. Go follow them. Bye. How do you not understand? I hate you. And how even now you're purposefully being so dense. Because I know I'm right. You're just going to be difficult on purpose. Because it's what you do. I don't know why you make everything hard. You literally just can't sit there and roll over on something so tiny. I did. I said I'm sorry. Wasn't that the goddess here? I'm going to link all of the horrible messages that have been sent to me. They consist of him calling me unlovable, poor, psycho, constantly calls me sick, telling me he doesn't want to be with me, breaks up with me, then takes it back. Then after all of these arguments, he apologizes and love bombs me for forgiveness. For context in regards to me, I have depression and he made it severely worse when he would insult me and make me feel like he doesn't care or love me. I found it hard to stay happy every day dating someone who said these things so easily to me, feeling no remorse or guilt. He just flew past the days like nothing ever happened. This was immensely draining on my side. I don't know if this is just a me thing, so I've been scared to talk about this because I'm worried I won't be easily understood. People will question why I even stayed, and believe me, I wish I could turn back time. But I believed his lies when he apologized to me, and I tried to believe he would stop going so far if I asked him to. I thought it was good enough for him to stop calling me a whore or tell me to die or threaten to leave me in every argument. I want to interject here again and say that it is a statistic that when people are in abusive relationships, it sometimes, actually oftentimes, takes people multiple attempts to finally get the courage to leave for good. So if everything that's being said is true, this would not be an uncommon situation. Back to more screenshots. It was intentional. I wanted this to happen. The little bit about gluten was genius. Good night. You're a freak because even though you know I called you to buy your effing correct food, you hung up on me. Talk about grateful. You got a weird way of showing it. I said thank you multiple times, but you can't get that through your thick skull, so why hang up on me? Wow. Would I mistake your shitty attitude for being... You're being so mean for what? You have me like 2 seconds, because you're a silly... I was sad. I'm going to sound sad. Talk about kicking someone while they're down. But you keep talking over me. Now you're finding out anything to be mad at. So you don't hear because you said it was my attitude. All right, Alice. And this was before I hung up. If this is what you want, I'm mad at you. It's what you want. You're making it. I don't like you. I hate you. What the F? It seems like some portion of the conversation might have been cut off here. Look at you go. Giving me 50. Carry on insulting me. I don't care. I'm not stupid. I do care. Yes, you are, mate. You're so horrible. You're dumb as F. No call for you then. Too stupid to pick up. You deserve it. I'm done with you. I don't actually care. I don't deserve it. I genuinely think I've completely fallen out of love with you because you simply just don't try. You can't even see I've made progress while I'm in bad moods. I reassure you. I stop and say thank you. You are so horrible. Wow. I tried so hard. Was going to call and say something on call. You didn't, but you keep hanging up. Leave me alone. I'll get my dad to pick up my things. I think you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. Woman, you are crazy. I want to point out, I really don't like the way at multiple points throughout this entire situation, he just calls her woman like he's insulting her with it. But that's just my opinion. You said to break up. You wanted it. I do. I don't want to be with you. You're too much work and you're stressing me out. I changed and tried my best. You hung up on me a day after this. When I say I changed, this was because Alex had a very big issue with me when I sounded sad. If I woke up upset after I explained to him that I'm depressed, I had to calmly approach him and watch my tone when I couldn't even get out of bed. I end up hanging up if he reacts badly and screams at me because I'm fed up with the abusive screaming and I'm tired. More screenshots. And you kept changing the goalposts for no reason. You were denying it. Ah, okay. Imagine I say I'm sad and I got this. F off, Alex. I literally conceded because it's effing pointless. But if it's not good enough, then F you and F off, weird girl. You could have said sorry straight away. OMG, I did? You didn't? You denied it? A lot? As soon as I realized you were being a freak, you didn't? Hello? I said sorry to shut you up. Wow. I was literally asking you questions and you kept going silent. Like, what is that about? I'm not stupid. Deal with the consequences of being a to everyone. You're a effing moron, mate. You can stay blocked. Thanks. Good night. Now you don't have to leave any calls. F off. Won't ever say I'm sad again. Won't have to. I won't be listening. You just see me as an enemy. Let's leave it here. I don't know you. We barely know each other. Goodbye. What the F happened to you? Have you got a mirror? All I did was say I'm upset. Stop this. No, you should have listened and not shouted and denied in the beginning. Keep me blocked. You said shitty things I don't want to talk about right now. Sorry. Give me space, please. You are single. Like, properly. I'm done. I wanted 10 minutes. What the F? Seriously, this? I can't do it. Question mark? I didn't do anything. Talk to me later if you still care. You're breaking my heart. I wish you would have just spoke to me with no argument. I didn't want it to get this big at all. I didn't want it to be a thing. I got sad my boyfriend raised his voice. Like, it really led to you leaving me? I know I'm blocked. I'm just talking to myself. I'm sorry. Goodbye. I love you a lot. I love you. You can't even fathom it because I knew. You dumped me, called me stupid, and said I don't deserve better. You're lucky. So lucky. I'm not. I'm so not. Bet. That's clear what you want then. Yes. Maybe a month ago I would carry this on, but like, it's boring the F out of me. It's that hard to say sorry and leave it? There's no compromise to be had. I literally don't care. I said sorry because I don't care. You can't compromise to save your life. I don't want to win. I just want you to shut up, frankly. There's more messages which look like they're from Discord. Didn't accept to it. No. Okay, F off then. Die. You didn't let me talk. Die. Wow. Die. Die. You're just making it up as you go. Yes, I am. All lies. Sorry, Alex. You don't have any grip on this. Sorry I said to leave the game. Good night. Stupid woman. I don't want you. There seems to be an attempt at calling him. Go away. I want to be alone. I don't have the energy. I said what bit? You clearly have. You win.
win. The bit where you told me to KMS, which I'm sure most of you know what that means. The bit where you said you don't want me. The bit where you call me a dumb whore, whatnot. Bit? What bit? Boring. I quit this. You win. There looks like there was another call that only lasted 3 minutes. I said thanks. F off. I said thanks. F yourself. You're a difficult little bitch. You're a CUNT. Maybe next time, shut your effing mouth. Thanks for apologizing. No, I'm good. I don't mean it. Wicked. You don't deserve it. Bye. Then it goes back to the other chat. Of course. I love you, idiot. Please, though, give me an easy ride. The easiest. F. I feel dreadful. Are you okay? Dumb question. Just thought I'd ask. Sorry. Because of the weather. I don't care about earlier. Still tired. So done. No, it's over. This is nothing. We're over. This is tiny, really. I hate talking to you. No understanding at all. I know you have so much. I'm sorry I shouted at you. You called me a dumb whore. Let's break up. No, I want to break up. I don't love you. Really, Munkus? I want to break up. You don't mean that. I want to be single so I can deal with my stuff alone. I was trying to get this all done before I went out. Everything was fine. Got to points in arguments where he'd poke until I gave a reaction, calling me names until I finally snapped. Whenever I would react, I would be threatened with a breakup. You delusional bitch. F off. I said thanks. I don't know what bit you're saying sorry to, but thanks. You just make it up. Go away, psycho. That happens. Stop being mean. Just stop. You're the craziest woman I've ever met. Genuinely. I'd rather just leave it for peace of mind. Be nice, supportive? No, it's cool. So break up? That's your resolution? Yeah, genuinely with everything going on. Wow. Bye. I changed myself by suppressing my emotions and that I was not upset over previous arguments because he would get angry and tell me to get over it. He would tell me, I said sorry so you would shut up. These were one-sided narcissistic arguments telling me my feelings mean nothing and that they were based on wank. But when he is upset, I get spammed in my messages and 100 insults until I say sorry, no matter who is at fault. He would tell me he can change my life forever, that I need him and that I'm nothing without him and what he does for me. He took anger from his friends out on me, telling me I can do everything I want alone without any of you. And what I will do for you, just take it for granted. I could change your life forever. I don't at all. I don't want you to. I just want you to be in it. You couldn't do that for me. I can do everything I want alone without any of you. And frankly, because you haven't done what I do. I'm sure you could see a pattern that a lot of these messages seem to be cut at different places and they don't fully complete themselves. I'm trying my best reading this though. I'm sorry. It's so easy to sit there like everyone else and cry about it when you're a jobless freak. Imagine trying to teach R words like you and my mates how to do this. It's effing annoying. Okay, I have a job. You don't. I'm contracted. I have a job. No, you don't, man. Work-related arguments would be weekly, nearly daily if I showed signs of me being sad over something he said to me. You should be effing grateful that someone with this expertise I actually have tried to talk to you about something like that. That was him talking about whether I wanted to stream or make YouTube videos. If the conversation didn't go his way or I said I didn't want to do a certain thing, he would blow up and get upset because I wouldn't do it his way. Then he would continue to belittle me. I would always tell him I'm not with him for the work talk. I don't care how much you can help me if all this will do is cause arguments. I don't care how successful I can be. He pushed it on me to take his knowledge and make videos with him when all I wanted is my boyfriend. I only ever wanted something personal and genuine. I never got that. God, you're so set on me being You don't even listen. I was just sad about it. My God. F off, Alice. Okay, you should be effing grateful. Why? Someone with the expertise I actually have tried to talk to you about something like that. Wow. I said I was sad. I wasn't insulted. I'm not a streamer. The effing stupid idiots who think they know better than their only man who has actually done it all successfully. I wasn't insulted, and I'm not everyone else. I don't know. I'm tired. I got upset hearing about Twitch, and I didn't even mention it. And I'm starting to think none of you are worth talking to about anything. Your own girlfriend? Too small brain. Wow. Go do it on your own. I'm just casually talking. Me too? You're annoying as F. Okay, gather that. Take it in. Thank you. I'm telling you, I mean it. Yeah, got it. If you cherry-picked my words, I was telling you how I've always wanted to do it. I was saying whether I know you or not, like it's a dream of mine. You know what I was effing saying, idiot. Shut the F up, okay? You know what I meant. Good night. So, KYS, please. I gotta take a second
second and talk about how reprehensible it is to read this. You shouldn't be telling anybody to end their lives, which is essentially what KYS means, but especially not a person you're in a relationship with. I don't know what British law is like, but God forbid she decided to act on that after he said that. If it were in the United States, I'm pretty sure he would get in a lot of legal trouble. Saying that to anybody is disgusting. Saying it to your girlfriend, disturbing. I'm going anyway, so come with me, I guess. I don't care. You're a girlfriend. Genuinely bad at it. I meant it in the sense that I'm doing this 100% no stopping me. Emotional level of an effing brick. Just say yes, you dumb whore. You're thick, man. I don't know if he meant to say you're sick, man, or thick-headed, maybe. I don't know. You're a bad boyfriend calling me a bitch and insulting me every time you get slightly upset. Good night. I know. Changes nothing. I haven't made anything up. Okay. You are being a cunt. I'm sorry. Yes. Adding 2 words in. Yes. Makes no difference. Okay. N-word. Too little, too late. I'm sorry. Always too late. Just answer the effing question straight away. Surely. Yeah, sorry. With a smile or not. Sure. I don't care. Done. There's 3 things I want to point out with the N-word usage. First of all, this conversation took place within the past few months. It's not like this is a 10-year-old conversation and he was a kid when he said this. This is something recent, and this is also something that I'm pretty sure he's one of the channels that advocates against using this word. So in my opinion, it's similar to the creep show art situation when she would use this type of language anonymously on forums while actively advocating against it on her channel at the same exact time. This isn't the only time that he says this. There's also a clip of him saying this. And once again, this isn't like it was a dug up clip from years and years ago where he has grown and changed from it. He's saying this to her behind the scenes while actively running a channel that condemns people for saying stuff like this. At least I'm fairly certain, unless I'm somehow mixing him up with somebody else. You could have listened. I was, and I was sad. I wasn't crying. You could have listened to a genuine master plan for free, but you just can't. Yep, no thank you. I'd rather my boyfriend. Why? My God, man, you're the worst. You actually can't. Like, okay, more insults. Stop. She put dots. Fix up. You dumb bitch. Blocking you. Wow. So you said wicked? Mentally, you can't. Bye. You only just said you understood. You're a dumb whore with the literacy of a child. Shut me down. I said wicked. Use your brain. You have permanent attitude, never ending. I'm done talking. Insults more. Calls me a whore. I'm done. Block me. You definitely were giving me a attitude. Yeah, I won't unblock you though, because talking to you is like talking to a brick. If that stops me getting called a dumb whore, yay. Maybe don't be a dumb whore? Bye. That'd be like so much cooler, dumb whore. I do. And you're just moaning. You were rude. I got offended. Rude. You offended me. N-word again. That's just the truth. That's it. Okay. Idiot. Okay. You'd it understand? I think maybe he meant to say you don't understand. And Logan Paul was shit. And we're all shit. But we learned. Yeah. Just hate people making it seem like what I'm doing is actually rude. Like, end yourself. I just told you how to make 6 figures, so F off. It's annoying. I understand. Imagine telling people how to make 6 figures on 3 and it cuts off. He told me you're like everyone else. Stupid effing idiots who think they know better than the only man who has successfully done it all. I said I wanted to stream on Twitch, and he gave me reasons why it wouldn't work and reasons not to. I got sad because I was planning so much. Set up my channel, went to him all happy about doing my own thing, and he devalued it and called me small-brained. More texts. I don't think I'm good enough to do it. Sorry, that's just like how it works. I would have said anything else. I'm not sure what he meant by that. I'd be making it up. Like, you don't understand. It's not like a magical road with a million choices, or you'd be doing it now, wouldn't you? Then I won't bother. Let's drop it. Yeah. So just let me tell you, there were some messages cut off. You are careless. I would do anything for you. I will. You get to sleep in all day. I don't. I want to get my shit together. I have to get up and do my shit. It would help us too. I know. And me. I know it would. That's no doubt. Alex, you're my human. I would go anywhere and everywhere with you. Even in I wouldn't stop standing by your side. I haven't even heard your voice in a day and I miss you. Like, I'm pretty lost with myself and it no doubt rubs off on us. I really don't mean it to. I struggle even understanding what the point is for me. What do I offer? Why is he with me? I question it all the time and that has clearly rubbed off without me even realizing. But I don't want to do that. I can offer you you more. I can do more. If I didn't think I could, then I would have given up or let you go. But I know I can. I know I want to. I know I can't not do it. I canceled everything this weekend because I want to come to you instead. But I know you're working. You have a lot on. But all I want to do right now is be next to you and really tell you I didn't mean for any of this. I can't explain how hard I effing love you. I dyed my hair effing pink if that isn't a cry for help. I know I'm not my best. I know I don't think. I know I need to be better and pick my shit up. I know I need to suck it up and accept not everything is rainbows. Does this mean I can't post this anymore? You mean the world and everything to me. Alex would tell me he meant it when he said these horrible things to me, but he would tell me he didn't mean it after he had calmed down. He told me to shut up and end yourself after I told him it was a dream of mine to expand into other platforms. He has called me the N-word after I said sorry about the situation. I said sorry for telling him my goals and my dreams, and he belittled them all to take control of what I wanted to do. When I got sad, he got angry. You could have listened to a master plan for free, he said. He would tell me to die constantly. He told me he didn't want me and that he could easily replace me. That is like textbook manipulation, by the way. At this point in time, I've broken down to his level. I end up calling him what he is, and I lose all sense of reality. Because how can this be real? This can't be real. He can't mean any of this and still love bomb and stay with me, right? At this point, I'm also scared of starting any arguments, so I say sorry excessively. After telling me he isn't mad anymore, he ends up telling me we are over and starting over again. Again, another argument about content creation. He goes, it's easy to sit there like everyone else and cry about it when your job was free. Imagine trying to teach R words like you and my mates how to do this. I would reply by explaining how he was rude and that I got offended. He goes on to say N-word, that's the truth. End yourself. I just told you how to make 6 figures, so F off. I told him how I don't think I'm good enough to do it, and he would just insult me more. You just got passed up on genuine knowledge to cry. Threaten to break up with me and call me a bitch. Gay. Good progress, wow. Cause you're infuriating. Just listen. Imagine. We ended up going on holiday together to Italy in July, and an argument came up about when he was watching a video about a girl being hypersexual after trauma. I opened up to him about my essay and the trauma that I have been through myself. In response to this, he tells me he doesn't want to know what has been done to me by other guys, and I ended up leaving into another room crying. He threatened to leave and get a flight back on his own, taking into account this was only my 3rd time abroad, and he knew that it would make me very upset and scared. Like he knew I needed him there with me. Bringing up weird shit on our first holiday, you ruin every moment. I have no fond memories with you. I spoke about something I went through in the trauma, opening up to him about my experience with SA, and this is how he responded. The screenshot reads, "'Cause you're effing weird. Yep, it's you. Bringing up weird shit on our first holiday, ruin every moment. Was you too. I have no fond memories with you, actually none. What's the point in this, saying all of this? What are you getting from it? Just moments when you're not being a huge F?" I think he said. It cuts off. Before we continue, I don't know if Alice will ever hear this, but I am so sorry that this was somebody's response to you when you were trying to be vulnerable with them. He ended up canceling coming to see me on my birthday, or forgot it. I went to see Star Wars with his friends instead of seeing me. What a loser. Canceling plans on your girlfriend's birthday to go and see a movie with somebody. I'm sorry, I'm going to try to interject less. We have a lot more to get through. When I told him it was my birthday, he ended up going out after the movie to grab a gift and eventually came to my place at midnight. I spent the whole day waiting for him. He invalidates my feelings after I said I got upset about it. Tried to justify it by hanging out properly before my birthday came. Let's properly hang out today. I'd love to. I can only come over super late on Monday, by the way. How come? Star Wars event at 7. At this time, he was looking to move into a house and I helped him. He assumed I was going to move in with him without asking me beforehand. I was brave enough to tell him, I'm scared to move in with you because I know how you treat and insult me, and begged him to stop doing it and that he had to change. I ended up calling him what he is and standing up for myself. No, it isn't pretty. Screenshots from Discord follow. Cancel the date, find your own house, preferably a smaller one away from me. I'm tired of effing life lessons. You ain't got F all real shit on. If you can't apologize, block me. Leave me. I got more important than your feelings. You can't apologize or stop insulting me, go away. Especially when your feelings are based on absolute wank. Tells me enough. Goodbye, Alex. Wank? You insulting me? Keep pushing, you lost. Is you insulting me wank? Just accept that you're being a dumb woman and move on and go. How can I actually help you? Wow. Instead of being a burden, be useful. Other screenshots show all my plans push my videos back to accommodate you, offer to bring you a headset. Stop moaning, sort your head out. And then you start going on about how you're scared to move. Just die in a fucking hole with you. You sad little... Who does this? Will do. You had to reassure me that it'll be okay. Ooh, my feelings. Yeah, I heard you the first 10 times. I hate you. You got mad straight away. Didn't let me talk. Didn't listen to me. Please hurry yourself in the effing garden. Later, we find out that he actually meant bury yourself. You're a child. You were like this when we met. Already, likewise. I will be fine without you. You are nothing without me. That is very, very manipulative language. You sold me a dream, then I saw how much of a loser CUNT you were to everyone around you, including me. LMAO, wow. How controlling and toxic and grim. Don't worry. Okay, bye. I'd save a lot of money having to carry you around. You don't need to talk anymore. It's done. Stop moaning. F our anniversary. I got it. We didn't make it. I'll take someone else out next week. You effed it. Wow. But now you can F yourself, to be honest. You have to stop and learn to shut up. Being a CUNT to me, F off. Start working. Get a hobby. For the love of God, fighting people in comments is a low-life behavior. He talks to his girlfriend so sweet. He's so domestic. It's adorable. Look at how abusive and CUNTY he is. Because you had to make it like this. Because you're a melt. What does that mean? He proceeds to tell me, die in a hole, you sad little CUNT, after all I asked was for reassurance. F our anniversary. I'll take someone else out next week. You're nothing without me. I don't want you, LOL. I put up with you. Please bury yourself in the effing garden. Die. Just dying a effing hole. You dumb... I called him abusive and then he called me a melt. I told him I was going to bed, having not had any previous argument, and this started a clash because I said it in a, quote, bad tone. He goes, I'm going to effing you. I'm going to break your neck. That's on you. I said I'm going to bed. Those words exactly. How'd you say it, you thick... I said I'm going to bed, thanks. Oh, wait, is that an insult? Well, stop pretending to be stupid. Blocked. Looks like my time is done. Bye. Because you're insulting me constantly, dumbass. Get a head check. Because you decided to pretend I made it up? What the F? No. Made what up? Oh my God. I admitted what I did. I'm going to effing end you. Said sorry for my tone. That's not abusive at all. I'm going to break your neck. Again, this is over my tone being low because I was previously already sad. I had apologized over a call and it wasn't enough. I can't see what's in the background. It looks like maybe a car, but this text states, I'm very sorry about yesterday and I know I crossed the line when I was angry. It isn't right to do, no matter how mad I am. I'm sorry it went that far. After that argument, the same month is when we moved in with each other. This is when things started to get more real for me and I decided to start noting things down, recording and texting my mom. Hi love, how's things? Miss you. Things are fine then bad, fine then bad. When I say fine, I mean I've not forgiven or feeling better, but I'll move on so he stops complaining and being mad that I'm upset from his actions. I never wanted to leave someone so badly or come home so badly. I can't help holding back tears whenever I think of coming home away from this hellhole. I'm literally on the brink of a breakdown. Whenever I see you and Dad, I just want to be home. Alongside that, I can't believe I've been putting up with someone like this with no morals or human emotions, and he scares the shit out of me. I'll say this or this made me sad, he will argue, and I don't want to live with a guy where I have to suffer in silence or be quiet. That's literally hell. He wants a little minion to love him and need him. He tells me I need him. He is Satan. He needs you to need him? F off, it isn't 1935. And he broke my glasses the last argument for no reason and hid them. Oh my God, that's psycho. He will gaslight until I react. When I do, he will call me crazy, like he didn't just scream in my face for an hour. We had the worst arguments I've ever experienced with anyone, but after the move, it became even worse. On the 4th day of living together, on the 19th of October, he had taken it to the next level and got physical in a fight. It started as a screaming argument where I begged him to leave me alone and to just stop. I ended up trying to get away from him and he followed me. I went to walk downstairs and he grabbed my hood and pulled me back until I fell on the floor. He told me that I'm not getting away, so I got up and made a run for the bathroom. He gets in my way, grabs me, puts me in a headlock, and then covers my mouth because I'm screaming for him to get off of me. I get to the bathroom and locked it behind me, and he screams from the other side, calling me crazy, telling me to leave the house after I've asked him to leave me alone. This is a text message with her dad that states, "But to be honest, as soon as it goes to shit again, I'm out and I'm coming home. Makes it easier. I'm not happy with you taking any more shit. You don't have to. You deserve better. Is bear on cat or kitten blink food now? Any blink D." And you're right, I'm not going to take any more. I just feel weird leaving without saying anything when he's calmed down. I feel a bit stuck right now. You don't know anybody anything, and if he hasn't apologized or groveled, then he shouldn't be surprised. And then a text from her mom states, "And it doesn't stop at words. It starts there and gets worse. If he's already pushed you over and put his hands over your mouth, he will punch you eventually. Then he'll fund," which I think she meant to say film, "a video to defend himself against it. But do not let it get that far. Get out." Some other days after that argument, he would scream in my face, telling me to end myself multiple times in arguments over small things. He would walk away, then come back angry as if he couldn't leave without screaming, having me back down and be silent until I broke down. This evolved to the point where I would be shaking and scared for my life every time he came close or was in the same room as me whilst arguing. He still blamed me for our arguments, and to get back at me, he started with small petty things like breaking my glasses without me knowing and throwing them away in the trash. He even helped me go look for them, pretending he was innocent until I finally suspected he did indeed throw them away, and he laughed whilst admitting doing so, acting like it wasn't a big deal. I ended up feeling detached from reality because I woke up depressed daily. Some days I didn't want to be near him or be intimate with him, and this would spark arguments as he would get angry at me for still being upset over something he had done a day or a few days before. I was so disgusted by him and his actions towards me, I didn't want him to even be near my own cat, calling him his when he wasn't, and making crappy jokes about taking the cat away from me. This would always just end in me picking up Bear and leaving the room. He ended up being secretive over his phone, and what I then discovered was him stalking his ex on all social platforms. It's been years since they broke up, and found her old NSFW pictures he kept of her. He said sorry and that was it. What's wrong? I don't trust you. Weird as shit. What? Why? Why are you being so secretive? Why won't you let me look? Guilty AF. Go away. Look at what? Never was an issue before. Why is it now? On the 28th of December was the day I decided to no longer put up with this behavior. I was getting the house ready for his parents to come over for dinner, as Alex did not clean or prepare anything. He must have thought I was angry at him because as I'm cleaning the kitchen, he was constantly asking me if anything is wrong. I tell him multiple times I'm fine, nothing is wrong, I just want to clean, and he started shouting, getting hysterical, thinking I'm lying, and then I'm pissed off. I say very few words due to the fact that I am mentally drained. I had nothing left in me when I had these arguments. I barely said anything. He asked for tasks he could do to help him panic. I tell him to wipe the sides of the kitchen counters, take out the bins, etc., and he starts screaming after I gave him more than one task, telling me he can't handle more than one at a time. So after he overreacts, I start to walk away. On my way out of the kitchen, he kicks me in the back, and I turn and say nothing, reminding you as you seem to have forgotten how abusive you are, and I forgave and forgave. Man, stay the F away from me, you psychotic freak. You kicked me. I'm not